This is a special presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports on Southern New Mexico's sports leader, ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Hello and welcome to Los Lunas and tonight's Tiger football matchup. Literally, Tiger football matchup is your Alamogordo Tigers take on the Los Lunas Tigers. I'm Charles Winicky. A beautiful night here in Valencia County. Our first real chill in the air for a Friday night football game. We've been dealing with thunderstorms all year long. Thankfully, I think we're finally going to be dealing with what we would probably call football weather than what we have throughout the season. And most importantly, I would say a 0% chance of a weather delay tonight. I can't imagine that I could jinx that with as nice the weather is tonight, but goodness knows the way the season has gone. You'll hear from Coach here in a little while, and his thoughts on what happened last week, but also the fact that there was actually another weather delay before the game last week, but not during. There was a thunderstorm in the area. But this is the toughest match of the year up to this point for Alamogordo. It's only going to get tougher. I don't know if Los Lunas is – Roswell's probably the best team. Roswell High is probably the best team in Class 5A right now. You can argue Los Lunas is number 2. You could probably argue Goddard is, but Los Lunas has a win over Goddard. I'm sure Artesia wants to have a say on all of that as well. They will here at the end of the season. Of course, Artesia and Goddard and Roswell are all in Alamogordo's district, so the Tigers are going to get to see all three of those teams in the coming weeks. But this is the stretch of the year for the Tigers. It's going to be incredibly tough, and waiting to see where Alamogordo could match up when they get to this point in the year. They're going to have their absolute best if they want a chance to, I would say, at the very least, compete against Los Lunas tonight. And they may play. Alamogordo could play very well tonight and still end up coming up on the bad side of things. So, we'll see what happens this evening. But this is an exceptionally talented Los Lunas high school football team, and they're going to be around probably in that Final Four when we get to the state playoffs at the end of the season. The Tigers, they're hoping to find their way into the postseason this year, and one win in the next 4 weeks could certainly do that for them. We'll talk a little bit more about Los Lunas later. We'll talk about where the Tigers are sitting after their 59-7 win over Chaparral last week, and we'll hear from Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko. That'll be coming up for next. Want to thank our Tiger Sports sponsors, which are bringing tonight's broadcast. Want to welcome in Shaw's Quality Water Store and have them join the rest of our Tiger Sports sponsors, including Desert Sun Auto Group, The Winter Circle, Vision Ford Lincoln, First National Bank, Otero Federal Credit Union, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. And we certainly appreciate all of them helping us bring you Tiger Sports every Friday night. And, of course, when basketball season rolls around, more nights than just Fridays. All right, so we'll take a quick break and come right back and hear from Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko. Stay with us on ESPN Alamogordo.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out, so cleaner Culligan water's what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Our lightning list is to 4, right?
Yeah, it's 4. We're going to count that one on Friday. Even though it was at about 5 o'clock, we're still counting. We had to clear the field of everybody.
Yeah, it was, so that's 4 of 6 games, and
yeah.
two have been
4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't.
Yeah,
even
4
know.
of 6 because I was counting the Valencia game.
Okay,
so, yeah. So the only games we haven't had lighting days are the Santa Teresa game and
Ruidoso,
yeah.
Yeah, we got the big storm for the Santa T game though. That came through at about 3:30.
yeah, that's right. It was before the game. That's right. I remember now. Yeah. Well, I anticipate that's exactly what you guys wanted out of the Chaparral game. You know, everybody played solidly. I mean, I'm sure not giving up that first touchdown was not in the plan, but overall everything went pretty smoothly for you.
Yeah, that's exactly kind of how we. And I told our kids how proud of them I was of how they handled that, and we kind of knew going in. We didn't show our kids any film on it, on them, and just kind of had our mindset that we're going to go about our business the right way. So when we were talking to our kids, I was telling them how proud of them that we didn't have any big screw-ups. I mean, we didn't punt once. We took control of the ball, no turnovers, and played well. And just that's exactly what we wanted to do that game. And the best part was getting a bunch of young kids in the second half and letting them get a bunch of reps, which they so neatly deserve.
And I also want to give you kudos because you could have obviously left your starters in there. You know the situation. I mean, you of anybody know the situation what Chaparral is going through, and stuck out guys out there that probably play a little more JV than they do at the varsity level, and it helped you guys out one, but also maybe made the competition a little bit fairer there in the second half.
It is, and that was our goal. We told our kids at halftime and. That we're going to get one more possession in and get the running clock going, and then it was strictly JVs after that. And we wanted to get them a bunch of reps in that situation. And it's one of those situations, and I've been on the other end of it, and I've been on the end of it, dishing it out a couple of times. Your kids deserve to play. And so we want to do whatever we can to kind of draw it out as long as possible and give our kids a chance to play. And when it got down to the end, it was just the time to kick the field goal. And, I mean, that's what our kids deserve. They deserve to score touchdowns and do those things. And we just happened to do it, and we drew it out as long as we possibly could. But it's good for that program over there. Their coach is trying to do the right thing. You watch them in pregame. They're structured. They're organized. They're very young. And there's no disservice to those guys not to be able to play 4 quarters.
Yeah, and like I said, I think in that 2017 year we saw a couple teams that I feel like did it the right way. Valley was a perfect example. Judge Chavez played you guys. Got to a certain point and then brought in his JV.
Yeah, and there's a lot of there's a bunch of good coaches in the state that are class acts, and we talked to our kids about it. About everything we do is with class. We're going to win with class. We're going to lose with class. We're going to play this game with class, and do it the right way. And our kids handled themselves very well on Friday night.
From a standpoint of what we saw in the game, Sean obviously had another big night. The offensive line played really well, did the things you wanted to. I mean, when you got sat down and watched the tape and technique-wise, did you see the things that you wanted to see?
Yeah, we were pretty solid all the way across the board. We had the one big blow up in the secondary where we gave a touchdown, and the kid's right there made a play, and he ended up knocking it down and going incomplete.
Okay.
He thought it was incomplete, and so that's why I kind of shut it down. But he came off immediately and he owned it. He says, that's on me. I thought it was incomplete. And that's the kind of character we're trying to build in our kids, own mistakes, be accountable. But technique-wise, fundamental-wise, so much improvement from where we were at the week before against Deming, which is what we harped on all week about going back to the basics. And we did a great job of it. Very physical up front, control line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, ran the football just like when we threw the football a little bit better than what we normally have. And so the things, and we told our kids from day one, we want to make sure we feel better getting on the bus going into these next 4 weeks after Friday night. And we feel like that.
And it also seemed like you gave guys a couple of rests. We didn't see Julio. We didn't see Shane very much.
Shane just played offense for us. Couch only played a couple of series on offense. Julio didn't play. We're trying to get some guys healthy and get ready for this next 4 weeks.
Yeah, because obviously what's coming up. And we knew this at the beginning of the season. When we were sitting here talking about it, you knew this Los Lunas, Goddard, Roswell, Artesia run was going to be the toughest of the year. But, I think from what we've seen, maybe not so much out of the Chaparral game, but when you look at the Lovington game and a couple others, these guys should have confidence that they can go out there and compete with these guys.
Yeah, and that's our mindset. Is we talked to our kids on Monday about it. Because everybody tells me, oh my gosh, you got to end back into your season with these 4 teams, and don't you wish you had them up at the front? I'm like, no, man. If we're playing these guys, it's going to make us play better going into the playoffs. That's how we want it. We'll get more out of playing these 4 teams than we would out of playing somebody else earlier in the season that we've already played. So we're excited for the challenge, and we got some confidence going. We know it's not going to be a tail kicking. We can go and kind of hold our own and make plays, and we got a chance to win the game on Friday. And it's going to be a dogfight, and it's going to be tough, but we got a chance.
Biggest thing for you in terms of slowing down what they do offensively, I'm sure Cade Benavides is probably at the top of the list. They seem to do both running and passing the ball pretty well.
Yeah, Coach Maupin's an Artesia boy, and he brought that system to Los Lunas, but he kind of ventured off from the Artesia thing and doing some things, and they want to be very physical up front and run the football. And they got 2 backs that can absolutely fly. They take foot-to-foot splits, and they're massive up front. They got 2 tackles that are about 6'4", 300-something pounds. Center and 2 guards are extremely physical and get after you. So Benavides, everybody knows he can sling it. He's not elusive like the Garland kid last year that can run all over the place. And they got good skill kids across the board. They're well coached. They'll try to tempo us and go fast at times. So we've had to implement that into practice and throw some tempo situations at our kids. But they're just well coached offensively and can hurt you both ways. And we got to be very sound, and we got to tackle. We got to tackle in space, and that's something we didn't do against Deming. But we've done a pretty good job throughout the year being able to tackle in space, make plays.
And their defense, probably, would you say it's the strongest part of their team, or do you think their offense? I mean, because they've played very well defensively also.
Yeah, I'd still say their offense. But that's not a knock on their defense, because they are extremely talented on defense. This will be the best defense we played all year. They've got 4 defensive linemen that are absolutely massive up front. That run across 6'2", 260, 6'3", 270. They can run, very physical. 2 linebackers are pretty dang good. You go back to, they've always had linebackers. You go back to the last 2 years, they've had that Sanchez kid that was a stud. But we can kind of dictate some formation-wise of what we can put him in secondary-wise and coverage-wise and how many we can put in the box. So very physical. We're going to have to take care of the football. We're going to have to run the football, and that's the number one thing. We got to be able to run the football, control the clock, slow it down, and go at our pace to have success.
Do you feel like you're going to need to be a little more balanced? Because obviously, when you have your best games, you guys are running the football more than anything else.
Yeah,
you need a little bit more out of the pass.
We're going to have to throw the ball a little bit, and they give us some things that we're going to try to take advantage of in the secondary. We went back and watched last year's film this morning with our kids, and we had some success throwing the football against them. And they haven't changed a whole lot defensively, maybe just some personnel. So we're definitely have to stress them in the secondary-wise and force them to be uncomfortable and do some things they don't normally have to do.
Yeah. And I would say more than anything, and this is the opportunity for this senior class over these last 4 weeks. I mean, they've had to go through a tough last couple of years. This is the year that we've obviously seen the improvement. Has that been a talk to the guys to say this is your opportunity to make your mark here at the end of the year? Yeah,
we told our kids from day one, I said, you want to guarantee yourselves in the playoffs, all you got to do is beat one of these 4 teams, and you're guaranteed in because nobody else in the state's going to beat them. We tell our kids there's 5 teams in the state. There's the top 4 teams, and there's only one other team that can play with these guys, and that's us. And we truly believe that we're the only team that can knock one of these guys off. And that's our mindset going in, that it's them 4 and us, and we're going to see how it ends up these last 4 weeks.
All right, we'll look forward to it. Friday night at Los Lunas, and the first little fall feel of a football game. I'm sure it'll be nice to not know that there's probably not going to be any thunderstorms.
There's a 0 chance of lightning and thunderstorms, but it's going to be about 40 degrees, so we'll have some gloves on and some jackets. But it's going to feel like football, and it's going to be a good environment up there. Los Lunas School District does a great job putting on stuff, and it's going to be a fun night in Los Lunas and a fun night to watch Tiger football.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the time as always.
Appreciate it, Charles.
All right. Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday, the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, Take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
Today is the first of 4 amazing days at the Otero County Fairgrounds during the Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. The best pricing of the year and the very best sales teams in Otero County. Shop and compare today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with side-by-side comparison on all the popular makes and models. This is your opportunity to shop, compare, and save. Vision Ford Lincoln, along with the Desert Sun Auto Group, have special financing through OFCU, 2.99% APR for 60 months on approved credit, and no payments for 90 days. Row upon row of new vehicles as well as pre-owned trucks, SUVs, crossovers, sporty models, and fuel-efficient cars. Ask about special military pricing. The Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday.
Welcome back to Los Lunas High School. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Thanks, as always, for Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko for joining us throughout the entire season. He's nice enough to come in and chat for about 10-15 minutes, and always very appreciative of that. All right, let's give you a little bit more of an idea of this Los Lunas team. 4-2. They are coached by Jeremy Maupin. Coach Sisko mentioned that he has Artesia roots, and led at quarterback by Cade Benavides for a little over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Does have 8 interceptions this year, so he has turned the ball over a little bit in there, but certainly a talented passer, and he's going to be looking for guys like Andrew Garcia, who's got 21 catches for 408 yards and 6 touchdowns. Joel Hernandez has 20 catches for 254 yards on the season, and that's the main receiving core. They've got a lot of different guys. Or check that back, Lorenzo Sosa also has 4 receiving touchdowns on the season. But Coach talked about the 2 rushers, and kind of 3. They use a big guy, I think, probably in goal line situations. But Cesar Ortega Meza, he's got 301 yards rushing on the season. And Derek Chavez, 425 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. On the big guy that I was talking about was Bryce Santana, who has 4 rushing touchdowns. Bryce is going to be somebody to watch for on the defensive side of things as well. He's a defensive end. He's got 7 tackles for loss. He's got 4 sacks on the year. He's going to be somebody that the Tigers' offensive line is going to have to keep an eye on and not lose track of. The leading tacklers are Zachary Doyle, who's a defensive tackle. He's got 33 as a defensive tackle. That's a little unusual. The linebacker, Jeremiah Lucero, has 33 tackles in the season. That's a little bit more. You probably want one of your linebackers to be your leading tackler, but if you're stopping guys to the defensive line and you've got a defensive tackle that has the most, that's pretty good too. And this defense has really slowed down a lot of teams this year. They've played shut out Piedra Vista in the opening game of the season, 28-0. Lost to Clovis, 30-15. We know Clovis is very good, and they are in 6A. Beat Sandia 25-3. Lost to Roswell 56-33. Beat Cibola 42-12. And the marquee win on the season is over Goddard. They beat them 21-7 2 weeks ago. Los Lunas is coming off of a bye week. That's something else the Tigers are going to have to contend with, as well as Los Lunas has had a week of rest. They've also had an extra week of preparation. And Alamogordo, of course, had back-to-back bye weeks to open up the season, so they were going to play their last 9 in a row. As for the Alamogordo Tigers, the big key is if they can get Sean Hayes going. The best games the Tigers have played this year is when Sean has run the football well. 712 yards, 8 touchdowns. It'd be nice to see if Sean could get to 1,000 yards this year. I mean, he really he's got a rush for not quite 100 yards a game, probably like 75 or so over the last 4 games to get there. And to do that in 9 games would be a pretty impressive. Actually, I'm trying to think if they put in the stats or they counted the stats from that first game up on the Max Press page. I'm not sure. So it may actually be a full or part of 10 games, I guess. Max Merrill is leading the team with 44 tackles. He got a couple of tackles for loss. Focusing on the defense a little bit, Reese Cady's got 29 tackles. He's our Tiger Athlete of the Week for this week. Shane Sargent, 5 tackles for loss, a couple of sacks. Shane, of course, playing both offense and defense. You heard Coach mention that they used him primarily on offense last week. And somebody the Tigers didn't have last week against Shaw was Julio Mendoza, which I assume was just a holdout to try and, if he was a little banged up, make sure he was healthy and there wasn't any major issues there. And there were a couple other guys. I think we saw that that was the case against Chaparral last week, and Alamo didn't play almost any of their starters over the last probably quarter and a half of that matchup last week against Chaparral, which also got some guys some varsity experience, and hopefully give them a little bit of confidence. I'm sure would be a big bonus as well. But Tigers coming off a nice win, I think an expected win over Chaparral last week. And we'll try to carry some momentum over to this week. But make no mistake, these are the 4 toughest games, the 4 toughest teams the Tigers were going to play all season long. It's just a question whether the Tigers have taken that next step to actually be able to compete against these teams. And, if you're looking for an answer from me on that, I don't have one. I think we'll have to wait and see. I can tell you this team has improved since 2 years ago, since last year. Certainly the Deming game 2 weeks ago was discouraging if you're an Alamogordo fan. And everything else up to that point in the season, I think you felt pretty good about the way the Tigers had played, and maybe you try to put that one aside and say, hey, that was a bad night. You move on and look at how you played against Santa Teresa, how you played against Lovington. And if the Tigers can win one of these Final 4 games, I genuinely believe they will be in playoffs. And, boy, that game at the beginning of the year against Valencia, Tigers get that win, which they probably would have. I don't want to say they would for sure, but they probably would have. I think Alamo, it wouldn't necessarily matter what happens in these last 4 games, but thus the situation that we're in. And we'll see how it all works out. This is the only football game for our area teams tonight. Tularosa is on their bye week. They begin district next week. Unfortunately, Cloudcroft had to cancel their football season. They had low numbers to begin with, and just became untenable for them to be able to continue with their season. So technically, Mescalero Apache will pick up a forfeit win tonight, which will be their first win over a varsity team this year. I think they did beat the Tularosa JV last week. And we'll run through what else is going on at Alamogordo sports and area sports over the weekend. Not an exceptionally busy weekend, but there definitely are a few things going on. So probably around halftime, we'll make sure we get in some of that stuff and chat with you guys about that. But boy, it seems like I have a lot more time in pregame than I usually do. I'm kind of holding off and waiting until we get to the playing of the national anthem. And it looks like I don't know if we're doing that right now. The PA is very quiet here. I can barely hear them, which is so unusual because at least back in Alamogordo, the speaker's right above our window where we broadcast from, and almost everywhere else I go, it is blaring right into where we're sitting at. By the way, I know you all can't see it, but one shout out to Los Lunas Public Schools. They redid their press box here. It is fantastic. It was kind of one small press box, which, you broadcast where you broadcast from. That's just how it is. But they've extended it. We've got our own room in here. It is well set up, and Wilson Holland does a great job. Of course, Mr. Holland is from the Alamogordo community, and we always appreciate his hospitality when we come up here, either to Los Lunas or Valencia High School, and all the folks that work here at Los Lunas Public Schools. They do a top-notch job from the holiday tournaments that we've had a chance to check out. But hey, if you didn't notice on our Facebook page, and it's officially official that the Alamogordo Holiday Basketball Tournament is coming back this year. I'm excited to see that. It'll be the day after Christmas that it starts, and there's some really good teams that are going to be coming in. It'll be boys and girls basketball, and shout out to the Kiwanis Club of Alamogordo. They donated $6,000 to get that tournament going again. You got to have a big sponsor to be able to do it, and also the Alamogordo Public Schools athletic staff and Coach Manny Vigil, Coach James Voigt, they have to really commit to that as well, because it is really a huge undertaking to put together a holiday tournament like that. So I know I'm excited to see the Alamogordo holiday back. It was such a trend in Alamo. It was something that went away for a few years, and to have that coming up in December, hopefully the Alamogordo community will get out there and check it out. Obviously, we're still here in football season. We're waiting for things to get started for tonight's matchup between the Los Lunas Tigers and the Alamogordo Tigers. I do see the Los Lunas ROTC. I'm not sure what branch. Looks like we're standing for the national anthem. So let's fit in a quick break, and we'll come back for tonight's kickoff. Tigers and Tigers on ESPN Alamogordo.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out, so cleaner Culligan water's what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Today is the first of 4 amazing days at the Otero County Fairgrounds during the Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. The best pricing of the year and the very best sales teams in Otero County. Shop and compare today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with side-by-side comparison on all the popular makes and models. This is your opportunity to shop, compare, and save. Vision Ford Lincoln, along with the Desert Sun Auto Group, have special financing through OFCU, 2.99% APR for 60 months on approved credit, and no payments for 90 days. Row upon row of new vehicles, as well as pre-owned trucks, SUVs, crossovers, sporty models, and fuel-efficient cars. Ask about special military pricing. The Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday.
The Winner's Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winner's Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday, the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back here to Los Lunas. Alamogordo and Los Lunas getting ready to kick off here in just a couple of minutes. Los Lunas is ready to run out of their tunnel and being led onto the field with LLHS orange flags with blue lettering. Looks pretty much exactly like Alamogordo's field, except the color of the Tiger is different. The Tiger is exactly gold and white for Alamogordo. Tigers on the right side, or I should say, yeah, on the right side, our right, in blue, in orange end zone. Orange end zone on the other side says Los Lunas. So pretty much same deal that we've got back in Alamogordo. Beautiful field turf here at Los Lunas High School. Tigers are getting ready to take the field on the far side. They're going to be in their road white jerseys with the black pants. Of course, the black helmets with the gold Tiger logo on the side. That's really reflects nicely underneath the lights. The Los Lunas High School football team in all blue with orange numerals and white outlining, blue helmets with the Tiger logo on the side. I will do my best to say Alamogordo and Los Lunas through tonight's matchup and not create any major confusion. That is going to be my main goal, is to try and not call Tigers, and hopefully you guys won't be too confused throughout the night. It's always a challenge. Alamogordo plays Los Lunas, seems like, in a lot of things, so I'll do my best to not confuse you guys in any way, shape, or form, but goodness knows that'll probably happen at some point throughout tonight's broadcast. We'll wait for the teams to head onto the field, and we'll tell you which direction everybody is headed for tonight's matchup. Again, first real crisp of the air. Everybody's got their jackets on tonight, and it'll be a cold night, especially for the folks sitting here in the metal stands. It's the hits are probably going to be a little bit. They're going to sting a little bit more with the cooler weather, but it's not brutally cold. I think at least I say that now. By the time we get later into the night, now that the sun is pretty much down, that may be a different story. As for the field really isn't a north-south direction. I'm going to call it east-west. It's probably more of a diagonal direction in all fairness, but we'll say the right end zone is east and the left end zone is west. So the Tigers are kicking off from right to left, from east to west. And Los Lunas will receive. They've got two men back at the 10. The hashes, one in between the hashes. Brett Money puts his boot into it, and this will be returnable back at about the 5. At the 10, they run the starburst play, and it is the man on the far side who has it. He's going to try to reverse field, going from the far side to the near side. And, boy, a big blindside block on one of the Tiger players. And I don't know if those blindside blocks are illegal in high school football, but I think it might be Julio Mendoza that is hurt. It was one of the players coming back down the field. He was one of the fake starburst players, and he came in and absolutely crushed Julio. And I'd like to see that be something if there's college football and in pro football, they call that a penalty. I'd like to see it in high school football as well, because Julio's running side to side and the other guy's coming right downfield. No penalty flag on that, though, so apparently that is not a rule. That is in high school football. Clean block from that standpoint. The kid really left his feet and put his shoulder into him. And for those that like smash mouth hard football, they would have liked that hit if they'd seen it in person. They're sending 4 wide receivers out to the far side, and Benavides, the quarterback, is in the shotgun with the running back to his left. 3 down linemen for the Tigers. Here comes the handoff straight up the middle, and boy, a great tackle by Reese Cady as he came across and stopped Derek Chavez on the first play of the game. Chavez, they really overloaded the Tiger defense to the far side of the field, and if Cady doesn't come across and make the stop there for the Tigers, that might have been a touchdown for Chavez, but he does pick up big yardage. That is 9 on first down and 10. Again, 4 wide receivers out to the far side. Tigers with 6 in the box, and again, Benavides hands it off. The handoff up the middle is going to be enough for a first down, but not much this time for Chavez. He's going to pick up 2, and Los Lunas does have the first down. Now, nothing fancy so far from Los Lunas. Ball still on the near hash. And this time they'll split the wide receivers 2 to each side. Benavides out of the shotgun. Running back to his right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, quick bubble screen to the near side. And the Tigers able to bring down the receiver pretty quickly. Tigers had a chance to get him behind the line of scrimmage, but unfortunately was able to sneak away from that. And the completion will go out to the 39-yard line. That was played started at 36, so a 3-yard completion. Number 25, Andrew Garcia on the reception for Los Lunas. Second down and 7. Ball on the Los Lunas 39-yard line. 10:21 to go first quarter. This is the opening drive of the game. Two wide receivers split out to each side. Ball near hash. 3 down linemen for the Tigers. Running back shifts from the right to the left of Benavides. He takes the snap, back to pass. Standing tall in the pocket, still looking. Goes deep down the field, right down the middle of the field, and it is going to be incomplete. There's going to be a penalty flag thrown from the far line judge. There was a lot of contact from the Tiger receiver on the play. And I was looking, the Tiger bench was unhappy, but I don't think it was towards the officials. Maybe it was, okay, I think part of it, they're going to call holding defensive on Alamogordo. Now, of course, we don't really know what Alamogordo was upset with on that play. I think maybe upset with, here's one issue. The back judge was, for some reason, in the middle of the field. She was not behind where the play was, so she didn't even see what happened on it. And it was the far line judge that threw it. I know coaches get upset when they feel like officials are out of position. Benavides going to go deep again here up the far sideline. It is caught, and it is going to be short of the touchdown, down to the 1 yard line. A 40, make that a 50-yard reception. And it was Garcia again who made the catch. His second catch of the night, and Los Lunas is a yard away from punching it in. And we've got a timeout called by Alamogordo. 9:51 to go here in the first quarter. And Coach Cisco is still, I think, unhappy with something here. I think his issue is that the positioning of the back judge, because he's pointing right back in that direction. That's as far as I can guess. He's going out to the official, and then he's pointing in that direction. So just going to hand it off, and right up the middle, Chavez will punch it in for the touchdown. The pass interference or the holding penalty, is what it is. On the pass play, the Tigers had 2 players on Andrew Garcia, and Garcia was able to beat them both, and Benavides threw a really nice pass over the top as Los Lunas takes a 6-0 lead. And they're going to go for 2 here, rolling to the right and spinning away from one, and then a little toss to the back of the end zone as they had lined up in kind of a swinging gate formation and tried to go for 2. They will not get it. And the Tigers, the Alamogordo Tigers, spread 6-0 to the Los Lunas Tigers. 9:48 to go, first quarter. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. It's Los Lunas 6, Alamogordo nothing. Tigers, Alamogordo touched in their first drive of the game. 9:48 to go here in the first quarter. Derek Chavez again on the 1-yard touchdown run gave Los Lunas the lead. The long play, the 50-yard pass from Benavides to Andrew Garcia. Tigers, the Alamogordo Tigers, going to line up in a big set here. No wide receivers. And this is almost a double, kind of a double wing shotgun look here. Haven't seen anything like this from the Tigers this year. Faking the handoff, and Viesca is going to go down the middle of the field and completes it to Julio Mendoza. Nice to see Julio back out there. He makes a diving grab and a first down for Alamogordo. That's the first time I've seen that formation. I'm sure that's the first time Los Lunas has seen it. Ball's going to go to the 44-yard line, and that is a completion of 24 yards for Viescas to Mendoza. First and 10 for Alamogordo at the Los Lunas 44. Now a more traditional look, 4 wide receivers. And Viescas, quick throw, and he will overshoot it. Looking for Aaron Cisco, too high for him. Made a jumping attempt at it, but incomplete. And second down and 10 for Alamogordo. Ball right between the hashes. Tigers, the Alamogordo Tigers going from right to left. Los Lunas lining up with 4 down linemen. And the Tigers with 3 wide receivers lead back off to the right. And again, it's Viescas to throw, and that one's going to be deflected back at him and in. Well, I asked Coach Cisco whether this is going to be a more balanced attack, and it's been all passing so far, so it's gone the exact opposite direction. I don't think I've seen the Alamogordo Tigers open up with a three straight passes in a game before, so a little bit of a different deal. If I'm Alamo, don't necessarily try to get all this yardage here. Maybe if you can pick up 5 or 6, make it 4th and manageable. Tigers, Alamogordo going 5 wide, and Viescas, boy, I don't know what happened there. It's going to be an incomplete pass. The Alamogordo offensive line just let the defensive line through, and there were 6 guys on Viescas had no chance there. And we've seen that with screenplays this year where Alamo he's giving 0 opportunity for Viescas to do anything with the football. I guess maybe they need him to drop back deeper, I'm not sure, but to me it's more of the scheme that has caused problems with that for Alamo, but one guy trying to sneak in here on the side of this punt. And Money able to get it off. It's high and in the air. It's a fair catch called for. And the Los Lunas player ran into his own man on the play. It's going to be touchdown by the Alamogordo Tigers to the 14. And I guess it actually touched a Los Lunas player. No, at the 14. Okay. Maybe Alamogordo had started to grab it at the 19. Lunas is going to start throwing 14. So Alamogordo does get a first down in their opening drive, but nothing more than that. And it'll be first and 10 for Los Lunas. 9:03 to go here in the first quarter. 2 wide receivers to the near side, to the top, ball close to the far hash, and here comes the handoff, and this is Mesa. Mesa trying to get to the corner, and good pursuit by the Alamogordo Tigers. He's finally going to get knocked out of bounds. Again, that's Ortega Mesa. He'll get to the 19. That's going to be a gain of about 5. Second down and 5 for Los Lunas. Ball now moved to the near hash. Los Lunas will go trips now to the far side. Pretty much going to be a 4 wide receiver look. At least so far what we've seen from Los Lunas. With a running back alongside Benavides. Benavides quick toss to the outside, and not a whole lot available there. Maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage is number 31. And check that, number 11, Devin Gallegos. No gain on the play, or maybe a yard, and it'll be 3rd down and 4. And a crucial spot here for Alamogordo. Can they get off the field on a 3rd and 4? A little bit of confusion for Alamogordo, it seems like, defensively. And Benavides fakes the pass, and then he's able to complete it to Chavez. Chavez racing up the field. There is a penalty flag. And I wonder if this might come back. The referee threw it right away. holding on Los Lunas, so this will come back. Well, almost seemed like a broken play for a second for Los Lunas. A couple of Tigers were able to get into the backfield, and Benavides seemed like almost nearly lost the handle of the football when he was trying to throw it. And so we'll bring it back somewhere in the interior there. There was a hold. Each team with one penalty for 10 yards. A defensive hold on Alamogordo, an offensive hold on Los Lunas. So this will take the ball back to the 9. And now we'll see. Wait a minute. They've got too many men on the field. Oh, they bring player off. Shouldn't that be? That's got to be a penalty on Los Lunas. They had 12 on the field. I guess it's not 12 in the huddle, right? All right, timeout, Los Lunas. They're going to talk it over, and they actually had 2 guys coming off late there, so clearly they were having some issues with the personnel. We'll keep it right here. Again, thank you to our Alamogordo Tiger sports sponsors, Desert Sun Auto Group, Vision Ford Lincoln. Go out to the fairgrounds this weekend. They've got a ton of cars to great deals. During the fall fairground sale, so go check them out. Otero Federal Credit Union has some great deals going on there. Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, First National Bank, the Winter Circle, and again, our new Tiger sports sponsor, Shaw's Quality Water Store. Thanks for joining us here with Alamogordo Tiger Sports on ESPN Alamogordo. All right, Los Lunas is ready to go. Alamogordo does have enough on the field. I was looking around counting, making sure Alamogordo's got 11. Los Lunas has 11. Trips to the near side, one out to the far. Benavides with the running back to his left. They need the 25 for a first down, starting at the 9. Back to pass. Got time, looking, and down the middle of the field. It is incomplete. I think Alamogordo had a better chance at it, and I don't see any penalty flags. It looks like Alamogordo is going to get off the field. In coverage for Alamogordo was Austin LaSalle. He probably had the best chance to catch that. And so Alamogordo will possibly get some good field position here. I think the big key for Alamogordo, Emilio Minez, is to try and catch this one, not let it get a rollout or anything. Punter standing about 2-3 yards into his own end zone. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is not very good near sideline. Actually, it's going to be okay. It's going to take a little bit of a rollout. 45. It'll still be Alamogordo starting on the Los Lunas side of the field, so it comes all the way up to the 49, 48. That's actually a pretty good punt, 40 yards. By the way, Emilio had no chance to do anything with that. That one seemed like it came off the leg, not the foot of the punter, but he got pretty good air and pretty good distance, so that's not too bad for about a 40-yard punt that, I mean, the crowd even reacted to it. Oh. But for Alamogordo, exactly what they needed. They get a stop on defense after they did get a first down, but then 3 and out after that. So we'll see if Alamogordo can get things rolling on offense. They'll go 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, and Hayes currently behind Viescas, lead back to the right, I should say. And Hayes going to get the ball for the first time, trying to bounce to the outside, cuts in, and he's going to get positive yardage. He'll pick up about 2 on his first carry of the evening. Yeah, maybe they just gave him 1. Yeah, just to the 48, so a 1-yard gain for Hayes. Bedgood and Cisco, the receivers, out to the far side. Minez, and I think that's Mendoza to the near side. It's 4 wide receivers, man in motion from right to left, and it's going to be a false start on Alamogordo. Mendoza twitched. So 5-yard penalty on Alamo. Bring it back to the Alamogordo side of the field at the 47-yard line. And the Tigers look like they're going to switch up personnel now out of that 4 wide receiver look. So it's just 1 wide receiver out to the far side, another one to the near, lead back to the left. And Hayes standing behind Viescas in the pistol. Now takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling to his right is Viescas. Viescas throws and incomplete, trying to find Cisco at the far sideline at the sticks, but overthrew that one. Tell you what, Ryan's got some juice in that arm tonight. He's really he's been throwing it hard. Just hasn't been especially accurate, with the exception of that pass play where he found Mendoza. By the way, I'm not totally sure that was Julio on that opening kickoff that took the big hit, because it looked like it was the cleats on the bottom were yellow, and I didn't notice that afterwards. So it must have been somebody else for Alamogordo that took that big hit on the kickoff, as Julio hasn't shown any issues there. Viescas going to throw. Gets away from one defender, not going to get away from the other, and then just tries to toss it. That's going to be intentional grounding, I would assume. Well, maybe not. Like there was a receiver in the area. Didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage, but there was a player around where he threw it at. So he avoids about a 10-yard loss, maybe saves a little bit of field position for Alamogordo. That has been a major problem this year's pass protection. They really have not been able to give Ryan a ton of time. And the snap is good. Money's kick, and he just gets it off in time. This one's going to bounce and take a really good Tiger bounce. Hit it about the 30, and it's going to roll forward down to about the 15. I should say Alamogordo Tiger bounce to the 16. So that's going to be a pretty solid punt there for Brett. Yeah, give him about 39 yards on the punt. And so it'll be Los Lunas back with the football, and I tell you what, I don't know if it was the head coach or the offensive coordinator, he was quite vocal here at the sideline. The sideline feels like it's pretty close to us here in the press box, and you could hear him getting into his players pretty heavily. Benavides takes the snap and hands it off right up the middle. A big gasher to the 30, to about the 34-yard line. Ortega Meza gets the carry this time. It's switched between him and Chavez tonight. So it's going to be one of those two players that are going to get the football. So all the way to the 33. It's a 14-yard gain. 1st and 10 for Los Lunas. The snap, and Benavides going to throw this time. Coming to the near side and the mark. Second out of 10 coming up for the Los Lunas Tigers. Clock, by the way, 5:42 to go in the first quarter, and Los Lunas leading 6-0 if you're just tuning in with us. A 50-yard pass that led to a 1-yard touchdown run, the big play of the game. Two wide receivers to the near side, two out to the far. Benavides, the running back, to his left. He'll take the snap, and he'll throw. Tigers with some pressure, and it's a late screen play, and making the catch and getting into open field, and all the way out to the 49-yard line is number 14. Wyatt Chavez gets the reception all the way to the 49-yard line. 16-yard completion. Delayed screen, looked like Chavez, or I should say, yes, Wyatt Chavez was going to stick in the backfield and just block, and he just sort of leaked out. Tigers were in the backfield pretty quickly, but unfortunately not quick enough for Alamogordo. Running back now to the right, and man in motion from right to left for Los Lunas, and right up the middle, handoff goes to Chavez. This time it is Derek Chavez, and he'll carry it all the way to the Alamogordo 38-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and another first down, third first down on this drive for Los Lunas. A lot of personnel changes for Los Lunas, by the way. Different guys coming in and out constantly for them. They'll send two wide receivers out to the far, to the near. And I think it's Ortega Meza in the backfield this time, but it may be Chavez. Snap is a little low. Benavides again, a little baby screen. It is Ortega Meza that gets it, and just getting some room there in the back, enough time in the backfield to complete those passes. The play is going to go to the 31-yard line of Alamogordo. It's a 7. Just a simple little, dunk it over the defender that's rushing at the quarterback, and Ortega Mesa has his first catch of the night. It's 2nd and 3 now from the Alamogordo 31. Ball in the near halfback switches to the left of Benavides. It's Ortega Mesa. And back to pass. Looking. And now he's going to roll out to his left and I think throw. Nope, he's going to, or I should say run. No, he's going to throw. And it's going to be complete at the far side. And then a penalty flag comes in late. I don't know what happened there. Completion goes to Lorenzo Sosa. 10-yard completion. Dead ball, personal foul on Alamogordo. Not sure what, I mean, it's at least from a tackling standpoint, I don't know. There was nothing vicious about that, so, I mean, it had to have been maybe some type of language or something else. But, I mean, in terms of physicality, I mean, that couldn't have been a late hit. He was tackling the guy as he was, on the way out of bounds. Ball in the far hash, and they're splitting the 4 wide receivers out to the near side again. Handoff goes to Chavez, who goes straight up the middle, and he'll pick up positive yardage across the 10 and down to about the 5-yard line. Sorry, I've been very quick on the Alamogordo defenders and picking up some of the tacklers. Now, a lot of times it's more been just tacklers that have brought down players this evening. Gain of 5, and Los Lunas can still pick up a first down. This is a little bit more than 5. They got the 2 for first down, so it's a gain of 6. Ball in the far hash, 2nd down and 4 from the 6. And they're going to go split backs here, and 2 big fellas. I think this is a Wildcat. I think that's Chavez that's in at quarterback. Nope, the ball's on the ground. It is a penalty flag, and I think they were trying to hand it off, and the ball got kicked out to the far side. There was all kinds of things going wrong there for Los Lunas, and I'm also going to think that maybe this was an illegal shift or an illegal formation on Los Lunas here. We'll have to know what the personal foul was about. Illegal shift on Los Lunas. So they'll bring it back 5 yards. And she'll be right about where the original line of scrimmage was to begin this series. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Los Lunas. Again, ball in the far hash. And again, bigger guys in the backfield. It's going to be running to his right and punching it into the end zone. That was a different quarterback. That time it was Devin Gallegos who is the man in the backfield. It's a touchdown for Los Lunas. Lunas runs it in from 11 yards out. So basically they bring in what looks like 2 offensive linemen or defensive linemen playing as split backs, but they're just lead blockers for Gallegos. And Gallegos was able to pick his way through the Tiger defense and find his way into the end zone. It's 12-0 Los Lunas now with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And one Los Lunas player coming off the field needing some help from their athletic trainer. And it looks like Los Lunas again will go for 2 here. And again, it's that split back look. And they're bringing in the linebacker, Santana, taking the snap, so he's just going to get behind blockers and try to run it in, and it looks like he got in. Yeah, he did. So 2-point conversion is good, and Los Lunas makes it a 14-0 advantage with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Alamogordo will try to answer back when we come back. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Now Alamogordo with a big miscue on the kickoff. It was a pooch kick, and nobody charged them, and the Los Lunas player ran up and recovered it at the 35. We saw Alamogordo get one of those against Lovington earlier this year, but at this point in the season, those things cannot happen. Especially in a game like this, you can't, give up a touchdown and then give the football right back. Man in motion from right to left is Gallegos. They'll hand it off to him on the jet sweep at the 35, cuts to 30, and up the far sideline. He finally gets pushed out, not before he gets a first down across the 25-yard line. And they will move the chains. Still wait and see where they spotted it at. It looks like the 3. So a gain of 12 and a first down for Los Lunas. Still in the first quarter here. And Los Lunas trying to grab a 21-0 advantage. Ball at the Alamogordo 23. Ball in the far hash. They'll go 2 wide receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Benavides in the shotgun with the running back to his left. Again, man out of the slot comes in motion, and the handoff goes straight ahead. Alamogordo Tigers are going to get in there and make a stop, and a nice tackle up the middle. Trying to see who that was for Alamo that made the stop. I don't know if that was Max Merrill or Nate Lujan. They were both in the area, but it was a nice stick. Just a 1-yard gain. Form tackle, as Derek Chavez got the carry that time for Los Lunas. And it'll be second down and 9. Clock rolling with about 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. And the running back to the left of Benavides. They fake it one way, looking around. Benavides just gets rid of it. Took a shot from Jarman Williams. Jarman was pretty close to getting there before the pass, and I assume Cade knew he was coming, but it was getting awfully close. 3rd and 9. This would be a big stop for Alamo. I assume that this will be 4-down territory. I don't know, just by the fact they haven't tried an extra point yet just makes me wonder about Los Lunas' kicking game. 2 wide receivers to the near, 2 out to the far. And Benavides with the running back to his right. Tigers crowding the line of scrimmage. And Benavides looking to throw and just gets it away and overthrows it. And Max Merrill and Jack Mira got into the backfield. It's 4th down. And it'll be 4th and 9. And the blitz worked there for Coach Falsetti and his defense. And it looks like the offense is staying on the field. So this is one of the bugaboos for Alamogordo, at least on defense, is their inability to get off the field on these spots. And we'll see if they can make it happen here. 4th and 9. 2 wide receivers to the near, 2 to the far. And the running back to the right. Hard count, now takes the snap. Looking, has time. Throws down the middle, and it is complete. And it's enough for a first down. Just a pass right down the middle of the field. And it's number 19, Joel Hernandez, who makes the reception. Ball all the way to the 11-yard line. A gain of 11. And Los Lunas gets it on 4th down. 1:32 remaining. And under center now goes Benavides. Takes the snap, and going to throw a fade to the far corner of the end zone. It is incomplete. It's a little bit off of the mark, looking for number 21, Lorenzo Sosa, at the far corner far side corner of the end zone. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. First time we've seen Los Lunas go under center, and good defense on the outside from the Alamogordo defender. Taking the snap, Benavides. Nope, check that. It's Gallegos. Gallegos trying to bounce the outside. And we've got penalty flags. I think this is coming back. That's that. Let's put 2 big guys in the backfield with the quarterback. But a penalty flag on the ground at the 14-yard line. I kind of wonder if this crew is one short. Usually a 5-person crew? Yeah, it's usually a 5-person crew. Seems like the mechanics are a little bit different than what I noticed from a lot of other crews, but everybody's going to do something a little bit different. So, anyway, 10-yard penalty on Los Lunas. Clock stops with 1:13 remaining in the first quarter. It'd be huge for Alamogordo if they can keep Los Lunas out of the end zone. One wide receiver split far out to the top side. And again, they'll go with Gallegos and looking to just run it. Gallegos going to slip down and not get a whole lot on the play. And it was in a group of players. I think Shane Sargent was in on the tackle, but kind of hard to tell. A gain of 1 for Gallegos, and it'll be 3rd down and long. They can get a first down at the 2, but it's the ball at the 23, so this is 3rd and 21 for Los Lunas. And if you're wondering why I keep saying Los Lunas and Alamogordo trying to differentiate the Tigers. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near. Tigers with 3 down linemen. Now one of them stands up. 6 in the box. Benavides takes the snap. Pump fake. Now going to go deep. And he's got a defender there, and there's going to be a penalty flag on Alamogordo. One of the Tigers never really made an effort to play the ball and just took out the receiver. And again, Alamogordo has 2 guys in the area, and they got number 14 out there. They don't have Alamo doesn't have 14 on their roster, so I'm not sure who that is. Reese Cady was also in the area, but it seemed like Alamogordo bit on the pump fake action. Now, pass interference isn't an automatic first down in high school. So is this I think this is half the distance to the goal. They were at the 23, and they placed at the 12, so it's still 3rd down. It ends up being about a 10, 11-yard penalty. 29 seconds remaining. The clock is 5 receivers. Benavides takes the snap, quick throw. Bubble screen on the near side. There's a penalty flag down. I think that's going to be on Los Lunas. I imagine there's going to be either a block in the back or a hold. The near line judge threw it. And it's going to be a hold on Los Lunas. So both teams committing a lot of penalties here on just this little segment of plays. A couple of holding penalties on Los Lunas, a pass interference on Alamogordo. And that'll basically erase the oh, wait a minute. So they marked that off to the 17. I guess they're saying the penalty was at the 7. All right. I thought the penalty flag was a little bit further up the field, but it'll be 3rd down. And most importantly, it's not a touchdown, because the Los Lunas player did get into the end zone. Trips to the far side, 1 of the near Tigers. But looks like they may need a timeout here. They don't have enough players on that far side, but maybe they're okay. Benavides pump fakes again. Now looking to the back corner of the end zone. He's got a man wide open. The Tigers lost him. And then trying to jar the ball loose. A pretty big hit afterwards. And it is complete to Devin Gallegos. He's ran for a touchdown, and now he catches one. 17 yards on the touchdown. And Los Lunas leads 20-0 with 17 seconds remaining. Now there appeared to be confusion. Again, a swinging gate look here for Los Lunas. Now we're actually going to see an extra point try. Benavides is the holder. Snap is down, kick is up, and that's good. They've got a good kicker. Right? Wyatt Chavez knocks it through. I was kind of surprised they hadn't, but I guess you try the swinging gate, give that an opportunity at some point throughout the game. It's 21-0 Los Lunas here with 17 seconds in the first quarter. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Alamogordo will have the ball with 17 seconds left in the first quarter, trailing 21-0. The not really an onside kick, but just the pooch kick that Alamogordo did not recover hurt them, and looked like for a second they might be able to avoid Los Lunas getting in the end zone. Sean Hayes going to push it straight ahead for about 4 yards. One of the Los Lunas players came up the ball, but the official said it was down by contact. And that's the end of the first quarter. So Alamogordo really needs a touchdown on this drive. They trail 21-0 after one frame of play. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, and we'll be right back.
Today is the first of 4 amazing days at the Otero County Fairgrounds during the Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. The best pricing of the year and the very best sales teams in Otero County. Shop and compare today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with side-by-side comparison on all the popular makes and models. This is your opportunity to shop, compare, and save. Vision Ford Lincoln, along with the Desert Sun Auto Group, have special financing through OFCU, 2.99% APR for 60 months on approved credit, and no payments for 90 days. Row upon row of new vehicles, as well as pre-owned trucks, SUVs, crossovers, sporty models, and fuel-efficient cars. Ask about special military pricing. The Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday.
Snap and the handoff goes to Hayes, and Hayes will run it straight ahead and will get some positive yardage here. He'll get within a couple yards of the first down, so a couple of 4-yard rushes for Sean Hayes. The Tigers have a third down and manageable 3rd and 2. Sure, just trying to get some help out the defense a little bit, not get them right back out on the field, but try to get some momentum going. Offensive line creating some room for Sean to run it. Tigers going to spread it out, 4 wide receivers now. And they'll put the 4-down lineman, just one linebacker here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a run play here if you're Alamo. Running back shifts to the right, and handoff goes straight ahead. Hayes, boy, just got shoe tackled, but was able to reach out for the first down, got 3 yards, and it's enough for an Alamogordo first down. Alamo had 1 first down in the first quarter, and now pick up their 2nd first down of the game here with 11:06 in the second. You know, Alamo fell behind pretty big to Lovington a little bit earlier this season. If they can go down the field and punch one in, this would be a huge spot. Handoff goes to Hayes. Hayes taking it straight up the middle. Hayes put his head down and gets across the 45 to about the far line judge says 46, and so that'll be a 5-yard gain for Alamo. 2nd down and 5. Alamo needs the Los Lunas 49. And I'm trying to remember, Alamo fell behind, 21-7 to Lovington, and were able to bring it back and tie it. Or I guess it was 22-7. To the near side, to the far, ball right between the hashes. And again, Hayes will shift of Viescas. Handoff goes to Hayes. Hayes trying to pick his way through, but he's not going to get a whole lot here. Whistles blow and may have gotten about a yard. It'll be a 3rd down and a long 4 for Alamo. 21-0 Los Lunas. 9:55 to go here in quarter number 2. 4 wide receivers again for the Tigers. Los Lunas with 4 down linemen. And the running back shifts to the left of Viescas, and Ryan's going to throw. Ryan throws and completes it to Emilio Minas for a 1st down. Good diving grab by Emilio Minas. Just sat down at about the 45 and dove to his. He's going to get the 46-yard line, and it's an Alamogordo 1st down. And pretty big stuff there for Alamo. Get an 8-yard completion, and again, keep the offense on the field. This was another thing that Coach Cisco talked a lot about, was the importance of trying to keep the Los Lunas offense off of the field and get some positive stuff here going for your offense. Emilio Mina is going to run off the field late for Alamo. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Cisco. I think, I don't know if the Tigers were short a man or not. It's 6 on the line, 2 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield, 10. Yeah, they should have had, I think, a wide in the formation there and did not. So timeout by Alamogordo. Clock stops with 9:05 to go in the 2nd quarter, and it's Los Lunas 21, Alamogordo nothing. You're listening to Tiger Football on ESPN Alamogordo.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. 2 wide receivers to the top side, 1 to the near. It's 1st and 10 for Alamogordo from the Los Lunas 46. Handoff, Hayes. Hayes up straight up the middle, and got to be careful. It seems like a couple times that ball sort of rolled down his body to his leg, but he holds on to it, gets to the 41, 5 yards on the carry, and a 2nd down and 5 for Alamogordo. This has been a nice, efficient drive for the Tigers. They've gotten themselves into good positions. They've converted 2 third downs, but it's been 3rd and short. It was 3rd and 4, 3rd and 2, 3rd and manageable, and this has been it's been efficient. The big thing for Alamo is if it pays off at the end of it all. Tigers now just going to go 1 wide receiver, double tight end look, lead back off to the left. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pass play here for Julio Mendoza. He's the 1 wide receiver. And nope, it's a handoff and some jump stopping in the backfield from Sean Hayes. He's able to pick his way across the 40. And they're going to call it just to the 39. 3rd down and 3, though. And you have to think this is 4-down territory for Alamogordo from this point on. Ball at the Los Lunas 39. 3rd and 3. Ball closer to the near hash. And Alamo's going to go 4 wide receivers. Bedgood, Mendoza to the near side. Minez and Cisco out to the far end. Hayes is going to shift to the right of Viescas. Ryan will, look like he was going to throw. Ended up being more of a draw play. Was the ball on the ground? Viescas ran forward like maybe the ball was on the ground. And just 1 yard for Hayes. Viescas went into a motion like he was going to throw it. And pretty much the last second handed it off to Hayes. It's 4th and 2, and yes, Alamo's going to go for it. So a big spot here. Alamo really needs to convert. 4th and 2. 4 wide receivers, 2 split out to each side. Ball between the hatches. And Hayes will shift to the left of Viescas. A little bit of a hard count here. I can't imagine Alamo would punt from this spot in the field, but they're going to call a timeout. Boy, I just think the way this game is going right now, Alamo's got to be aggressive here. They're going to talk it over. I think they were going to try to get the cheap first down and see if they can get Los Lunas to jump offside. But, boy, I don't know if you could punt here in this spot and try to keep pace in this game. And Coach Sisko is talking to the offense right now. I think he's going to go for it, but I think he just wanted to try and line up and see if he can get Los Lunas to jump. And I think the right call to call a timeout. This is a huge moment here for Alamo. Can get in the end zone here before the end of the half and keep it a 14-point game. Alamo could, they get the ball back to begin the second half. They'd be the first ones to have it. It's doable, but you fall behind 4 scores. I don't know if that's you come back from that. 2 wide receivers to the near, 1 out to the far. And Hayes shifts to the left of Viescas. They're going to fake the handoff. Viescas is going to throw, and he underthrew it, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Los Lunas, and returning it up the near sideline. It's going to bring it back to about the 44. Tell you what, Alamo, I think, had it. Pick by Alex Lucero, the corner. I thought Ryan had his receiver. If he's able to lead him up the field a little bit more, I think he hits him, and I think it would have been a touchdown because Alex Lucero was behind the play a little bit, but it was underthrown and a little bit behind the receiver. And, a turnover in that spot isn't the end of the world. I mean, if you weren't going to convert it, you weren't going to convert it. But, boy, it looked like it might have been there for Alamogordo. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side wide receivers for Los Lunas. Now ball on their own 44 at the near hash. Taking the snap is Benavides, hands it off Chavez. Chavez trying to get it on the corner, and he's got room to the 50. Over towards the far sideline 45, and he pushes out of bounds. We've got a penalty flag. I think this might be a hold on Los Lunas on the player blocking ahead of the runner. And judging by the fact that the receiver out there, Garcia, is still talking with the official, I think that is what the call is, and it is a penalty. And it'll go back to the 48-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 6. Ball at the Los Lunas 48-yard line. So they picked up about 16 on that, but 10 yards, bring it back. And Benavides out of the shotgun, takes the snap and the handoff, and it'll be a run straight middle, and another penalty flag comes in. Wait and see who this is on. Chavez will get the yardage if it is not against his team, but Los Lunas seems to be walking backwards here. And it will be another holding penalty on Los Lunas. So mark it back another 10, and this time it'll push them back the original line of scrimmage, back to their own 42. So it'll be 1st down and 12 after, and that time I think it was on the offensive line. The last one, it was out on the wide receiver who was blocking ahead of the play. Clock rolling with 6:15 to go here in the second quarter. Los 21, Alamogordo nothing. 2 wide receivers to the near, 2 out to the far, ball on the far hash. Benavides, bit of a hard count, now takes the snap, and it's an option play, and it's a reverse. And bringing it around to the near side, to the 50, to the 45 he goes. And I don't see any penalty flags this time. And all the way down to the 44. I believe that was Garcia. I couldn't tell if it was Garcia or 26. Yeah, we'll give it to Garcia. So it's all the way to the 44-yard line. A 14-yard gain on the run, and Los Lunas gets the first down this time. No penalty flags on the play. First down from the Alamogordo 44. Ball to the near hash. 2 wide receivers out at the far, 2 to the near. Tigers with 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers. Man in motion right. They give it on the toss forward. And cutting and turning upfield and being brought down and across the 40 to the 38-yard line is number 84, Augie Olivares. First time I've called his name tonight. He'll pick up about 6, and that's technically a pass play because it's a little toss forward, kind of a jet sweep motion, but as I've learned, I think that, I don't know if in high school that's officially a pass play, but we'll give it to him. 2 wide receivers to the far, 2 to the near. Ball in the far half, 2nd down and 4. Benavides assessing. Now going to running back well to his right and then back to his left. Tigers again, 3 down linemen and rolling to his left on the bootleg. Benavides throws wide open, finds his man at about the 25, spins away from 1 defender. Not going to get much further to the 23. It is Lorenzo Sosa who makes the grab. And that's again 12 and another first down for Los Lunas. First down and 10 now at the Alamogordo 23. Two wide receivers to each side again. Ball in the near hash. Playing man-to-man on the outside is Alamogordo. And then from left to right, they fake the jet sweep. Benavides looking to throw, and against a little curl route, and it's incomplete. Again, looking for Sosa. And it'll be a 2nd down and 10 for Los Lunas. Really big if Alamogordo could keep Los Lunas out of the end zone on this drive. Trying to keep it a 3-score game. But so far, exception of 1 drive, Los Lunas has not been stopped tonight. They'll take 2 wide receivers to the far and 2 to the near. 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers, everybody else DBs for the Tigers. A little hard count from Benavides. Now he will fake the handoff. Play action, looking to throw, pass a little bit high, and job by Nate Lujan to get in there and create a problem for Wyatt Chavez, who was trying to catch that across the middle. Had his hands on it, but was unable to reel it in. Pass was a little bit high from Benavides. And about the 15-yard line he makes the catch. It probably would have been enough for a first down. Pretty close to it. All right, 3rd down and 10. I assume this will be 4-down territory again for Los Lunas. Benavides takes a snap and the handoff and running straight to the left side, and this will be a first down. Ortega Mesa gets the carry for Los Lunas, and he's going to take it inside the 15 all the way down to the 13, pretty much right at the sticks, a 10-yard gain. And a first down. So first down on 3rd and 10, they just run the football. They'll send trips out to the far side this time, 1 to the near. Tigers keeping his 5 in the box, so it's making it a little bit difficult to block sometimes. Chavez gets it. Chavez pushes up the middle across the 10 and gets spun down to the ground. Reese Cady was in there on the tackle along with a couple of other Alamogordo players, down to about the 9. It'll be a gain of 4 on the first down run. 2nd down and 6. They can get a first down without a touchdown down to about the 3-yard line. Clock rolling under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Against Los Lunas 21, Alamogordo nothing. Los Lunas trying to make it a 4-score advantage. Benavides waiting. Now takes the snap, hands it off. Mesa to the 5. Mesa looking for the near pylon. Or check that, Chavez, I'm sorry. And Chavez into the end zone for the Los Lunas touchdown. So it's an 8-yard touchdown for Derek Chavez, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Los Lunas leads 27-0. Again, setting up in the swinging gate formation. They've got the center, 1 man just off to the right. They'll put a man in motion left to right. And now they will go ahead and kick the extra point. Everybody else off to the left side, the exception of the holder and the kicker. Now a normal look here for Los Lunas. The kick is up, and it's good. 28-0 Los Lunas, 3:42 to go in quarter number 2, as they are in control. You're listening to Tiger Football on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
Today is the first of 4 amazing days at the Otero County Fairgrounds during the Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. The best pricing of the year and the very best sales teams in Otero County. Shop and compare today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with side-by-side comparison on all the popular makes and models. This is your opportunity to shop, compare, and save. Vision Ford Lincoln, along with the Desert Sun Auto Group, have special financing through OFCU, 2.99% APR for 60 months on approved credit, and no payments for 90 days. Row upon row of new vehicles as well as pre-owned trucks, SUVs, crossovers, sporty models, and fuel-efficient cars. Ask about special military pricing. The Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.77 is going to go through the end zone. First time we've seen Los Lunas kick it off deep. And it will give Alamogordo the ball at their own 25. Now, Alamo had some positivity going on their last drive. Got it into Los Lunas territory, picked up 2 first downs on the drive, and unfortunately were unable to convert on 4th down and through an interception. 2 wide receivers out to the top side, 1 to the near. And Viescas, we'll see Hayes shift to his right, takes the snap, and he will hand it off. And they're going to run a reverse play here, and Mendoza is coming around from the far side of the near to the 30, to the 35, and that is going to be all the way up to the 39. Los Lunas wanted a hold, but I thought Bedgood was just pushing the defender straight down the field. I don't think it was a case where the defender couldn't get away from Bedgood. But it was right in front of the homestands here, so everybody thought that was a hold. It could have been. They've called a lot of holding penalties on Los Lunas tonight, so I don't know. I always claim that you can call a holding penalty on every single play, so here is the handoff. This time goes straight to Hayes, but there is nothing there. 2 Los Lunas players quickly in the backfield, and it's going to be a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11 coming up for Alamogordo. 3:21 to go here in the half. Alamogordo will get the in the second half. So if the Tigers can go 61 yards here and get it in the end zone. Of course, we haven't seen Alamogordo's offense be able to move at a quick pace in this game. The one sustained drive was 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards. It hasn't been in chunks. That last play by Mendoza, I think, is the first 10-plus yard play for Alamogordo tonight. No, I'm sorry. The opening play of the game to Julio was for 24. Handoff straight ahead to Sean Hayes, and Hayes is going to body his way forward across the 40 to the 42. He's going to pick up 3, but it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Alamogordo. So 3rd and long, certainly what Alamogordo wants to avoid in these spots. And what does Coach Cisco come up with here to try to get the first down and keep five alive? 2.5 minutes to go. Boy, if anything, you don't want to see Los Lunas get on that scoreboard again before the end of the half. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near. And the running back will shift to the right of Viescas. He's going to throw and try to dump it out quickly. And Hayes, there's going to be a penalty flag. Not sure what happened. There's going to be 2 penalty flags here. One, there's a hat and there was a flag, and so I'm thinking maybe offsetting penalties. It looked like Bedgood and one of the Los Lunas players were fighting, or not fighting, but they were playing hard all the way into essentially the Los Lunas bench. Sean Hayes, meanwhile, kind of got hung out there to make a jumping grab right about the line of scrimmage and got stuck. It's an incomplete pass on the play. Sorry, got a lot going on there. So is this dead ball or is this... Okay, so this is dead ball, so an incomplete pass. So it's essentially going to be 4th down and 7 for Alamogordo because the incomplete pass will stand. That was not, I guess that wasn't during the action of the play. They'll say that continued after the play. And Alamo looking for their punt unit. Nobody's coming to the field. I'm not sure Alamo's got a timeout, do they? I think they're out. I mean, so they could just take a 5-yard penalty. Or maybe there's some confusion over what the down is. That might have been the problem there. Is they haven't started the play clock yet, so Alamo still got time. I think that probably was what it was. Is maybe that Alamo thought that was going to replay the down, but no, it was after the play. Boy, a little bit of a high snap. Brett did a good job of getting his hands on it. Not a great punt. It's going to bounce to the 40, take a decent Alamo roll to the 31-yard line. 27-yard punt down by Alamogordo. And Los Lunas will have a chance here with 1:58 to go. If they can push down the field, they can extend it out to a 35-0 lead. They're going to start at their own 30-yard line. And there's been some spots where it seemed like maybe Alamogordo was going to be able to keep this one in their grasp a little bit, but Los Lunas has been impressive, and they've done so as well, fighting through a lot of penalty yardage. Benavides takes the snap and back to throw, and it's a quick little dump off to the running back, Chavez at the 40. Chavez brought down, and for a second there it looked like he was going to break that for a huge gain. It's still 14 yards on 1st down, but they get the Tiger defensive line up the field, and it's going to be quick here, going tempo. Benavides going to throw. Airs it out the far sideline, wide open, but not able to make the grab at the 30-yard line. He had to sort of adjust and catch it over the shoulder, try to catch it over the shoulder, I should say, but incomplete. I think that was Garcia, the intended wide receiver out on the far end, but just couldn't quite contort his body the way that he wanted to. And it was Andrew Garcia, the intended receiver. So it'll stop the clock here. 2nd down and 10. Los Lunas on their own 44. That was all the way down at the Alamogordo 30-yard line. 1:38 remaining in the first half. 4 receivers to each side. Benavides takes the snap, and they faked it one way and deflected by J.P. Madden. They were faking the little running back dump off to the far side, and instead had a wide receiver coming from the slot position towards the near side, so they faked it one way and then tried to come to the near side. The Tigers were able to use that height of J.P. Madden to jump up in the air and deflect it, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. Again, 4 wide receivers. Benavides, back-to-back incompletions, will take the snap. Looking to throw. Tigers send some pressure, but he's able to complete it, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down, and heading forward all the way to the 37-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 20. That was Lorenzo Sosa who made the grab. And again, going with some tempo here, clock running. They do have 2 timeouts, does Los Lunas. Taking the snap and just standing tall in the pocket. Benavides pump fakes, throws deep, got a man, and intercepted. It is intercepted by Alamogordo. Emilio Minez comes away with his 2nd interception of the season, and Alamogordo gets a defensive stop. And probably for the first time in this game, that deep ball was defended pretty well, and it was slightly underthrown by Benavides. It allowed the Tiger defender to get underneath and make the grab. Alamo does start on their own 3 here, so they're going to have to be careful to not allow Los Lunas to get them in the end zone. I'm sure Alamogordo is going to be pretty safe with what they do here with 1:12 to go and 97 yards. Los Lunas does have a couple of timeouts, so if they want to be aggressive here, they could use those timeouts and try to get the ball back here before the end of the quarter. And here comes the handoff. Hayes working his way more side to side, but he's going to get positive yardage about to the far line. So a couple yards gives the Tigers a little bit more, the Alamogordo Tigers, a little bit more breathing room here on a 2nd down and 8. And Los Lunas letting the clock roll here, so they don't seem to be in any big hurry. If I'm Alamo, I want to go to the locker room. They'll get the ball to begin the second half, and the goal number 1 will be to get in the end zone to start the third quarter. Viescas has got a lead back to his right, and Hayes directly behind him in the pistol. Take the snap, hand it off. And Hayes fighting forward, gets to about the 10-yard line. And now this is going to use a timeout. I wonder why they let so much time roll off the clock. Kind of weird there, but I guess if anything, try to force Alamogordo to punt it away. 5 yards on the carry. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. We'll get to our sponsors when we get to halftime. So, Los Lunas band setting up. As for this game, offensively for Alamogordo, I think we've seen one really sustained drive that unfortunately, didn't end up in anything. Started off the game great. Had a 24-yard pass completion, but then went, I think, incomplete pass on the next two play. Ended up 3rd and 10. So Almo's trying to be aggressive, and I like that. Alamo is not a passing team. They haven't been all season long. But I liked Coach Cisco trying to come out the gates and see if he could push the tempo a little bit. Unfortunately, just weren't able to keep it going. And from that point on, I think Tigers went 3 and out the next drive. After Los Lunas made it 14-0, was that onside kick. Hayes going to shift to the right of Viescas. Hayes going to false start. Yeah, I was going to say they're going to call that, right? Sean took a step forward. So that'll make it would have been a pretty decent chance for Alamogordo to pick up a first down. Timeout called by Alamogordo. I think Alamo had any timeouts left. All right. Scoreboard. I guess Alamo maybe had one left. I think the scoreboard showed something different. I want to say maybe when that opening play that got Los Lunas all the way down to the 1, I should say opening play, early play got him all the way down to the 1. Maybe Alamo didn't get charged with a timeout on that play. So the Whitehead actually walked all the way over to the Los Lunas sideline. So I think Los Lunas maybe thought that Alamogordo had used their timeouts, but clearly by the folks on the field, that wasn't the case. All right. So the Tigers 3rd down and 8 from about the 6-yard line here. And Tigers are going to throw it. Got to get rid of it. Throw down the field is going to be incomplete. Now I think they assumed that Los Lunas would probably use their timeout instead of just trying to run it and see if they could get something positive. But I think for Viescas, the big thing there is he overthrew everybody, didn't give Los Lunas a chance at a return play. Now it's going to be big for the snap to be solid for Alamo and for the punt to get off well. But Brett standing pretty much right at the back of the Tigers' end zone here, or their own end zone. No gunners for Alamogordo. They're guarding the block. Need a good snap. Most of all, it is not a good snap, and it's going to go through the end zone. Bad snap for Alamogordo. So it rolled back to Brett, and he just couldn't scoop it off the ground, and it rolled out the back of the end zone, and so that'll be a safety. Rolled a couple of seconds off the clock, and it's Los Lunas 30-0. Well, we talked about, Alamogordo was going to need one of their best, if not the best game of the season for them to come out here with a win, and it's not been that for Alamogordo. The defense hasn't been able to come up with the stops when they've needed to on third and fourth down. Offensively, there really hasn't been much to get very excited about. I think, Sean's run the ball pretty well again tonight. The offensive line's created some holes for him. That was weird. You wonder if the Alamo run football there on that third and short, a couple more yards gives you a little bit more breathing room. But the big thing is that false start penalty really put Alamo in a bit of a tough bind. And Brett will squib kick this one. And it's going to go directly out of bounds at the 46. Not sure where they put it on a free kick when it goes out of bounds. Is that just 15 yards from the spot, or? I don't know. Didn't touch anybody, so no time ran off the clock. And this is going to give Los Lunas a chance to probably go to the end zone here before the end of the half. Is this just 5 yards? Or is this 15? Free kick out of bounds is at the 45 on the Alamogordo side of the field. Okay. I guess 25 yards from where the kickoff would normally be. Yeah, okay. Hey, that makes sense. So as soon as there's a timeout, they could probably, I think you try to go deep, but hopefully Alamogordo is not going to bite on any play action here. Just, make sure you don't let anybody get behind. Or maybe just go Hail Mary. They're going to go down the middle of the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Sosa at about the 30. The ball was behind him. And so with 6 seconds left, Los Lunas probably could run a quick play and still get a little bit closer if they wanted to, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go Hail Mary. Benavides. Time, no, right down the middle of the field. It's complete, and then Sosa tried to go hook and lateral, and it's going to be a fumble. The Tigers do recover it, and that'll be the end of the half. Los Lunas 30, Alamogordo nothing at halftime. You're listening to Tiger Football.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out. So cleaner Culligan water's what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday, the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to Los Lunas. Alamogordo trailing 30-0 at half. Just a bad half for the Tigers overall. I mean, there were definitely some opportunities, I think, for Alamo to keep themselves in the game. You fall behind 7-0. Tigers quickly picked up a first down right off the bat, but and eventually had to punt on that drive. Los Lunas punted after Alamogordo couldn't pick up the first down, but a 3-and-out again. Alamo. Los Lunas gets the ball back, goes down the field, makes it 14-0. On the ensuing kickoff, they do a short kick, and none of the Alamogordo players field it. Los Lunas recovers. They go down the field, get it in the end zone, made it 21-0. On the ensuing drive, Alamo actually moved the ball down the field pretty well and got it into Los Lunas territory, but threw an interception on a 4th down and 2. Los Lunas would score on that ensuing drive to make it 28-0, and then a safety right there at the end of the half on a punt snap that was a ground ball back to Brett Money, and just difficult for him to field it, and goes out the back of the end zone, and that was the end of the half. But Sean Hayes, 35 yards rushing. Ryan Viescas, 32 yards passing with an interception. Julio Mendoza, 14 yards rushing, 24 yards receiving, and 8 yards receiving for Emilio Minez. Emilio also has an interception. Nice pick by Emilio late in the second quarter there. Tigers did recover a fumble right at the end of the quarter when Los Lunas tried the hook and ladder, completed to the wide receiver, and he tried to toss it back, I should say, to the receiver coming across from the far side of the near side, and that unfortunately ended things fortunately ended the things for the half there for Alamogordo. But you're looking at 60-something yards of offense, 70 yards of offense for Alamogordo. The defense, I think, they've just been on the field a lot, and the big thing again is trying to get off the field on 3rd and 4th downs, and Alamo hasn't been able to do that tonight, which has we saw that in the Lovington game. That was a big problem for them there. Even in the Deming game as well. I mean, there were a couple opportunities to get off the field, and maybe things go a little bit differently there, Santa Teresa. So that's credit to the other side, but also Alamo being able to finish off defensive drives is a big thing. But nothing really to be too excited about if you're an Alamogordo fan in the first half. Just try to come out from the locker room and see if you can do something positive and build towards something towards the next game. You got three more games after this. I think this one is probably unlikely that you'll see Alamogordo come back. You got 3 more games after this. If you can win one of them, you can maybe find yourself a season. So there's something to fight for here at the end of the year for Alamo, but they've definitely got to have better execution than what we've seen tonight. A lot of credit to Los Lunas, though. Hopefully that comes clear as it's this is a very good football team. And next week against Goddard, and the week after that against Roswell, and the week after that against Artesia, it's going to be the same thing. And that's the big thing for Alamo is their ability to I know they recognize it, but to be able to execute against these top-end football teams here in New Mexico. All right, so we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll see if we got some scores for you from around the state of New Mexico. And we'll also hear from our Tiger Athlete of the Week, who's Reese Cady from Tiger Football. So we'll do that here during halftime time. And you can hear the Los Lunas band performing in the background. A lot of movements. The flag people are doing a lot of stuff here. It's fun to watch. So yeah, unfortunately, I just have to take my word for it. It's a pretty impressive performance from those group of kids. All right, we'll come back. More halftime. It's Los Lunas 30, Alamogordo nothing here on ESPN Alamogordo.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday, the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out. So cleaner Culligan water's what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to Los Lunas. And it's the Los Lunas Tigers leading the Alamogordo Tigers 30-0 here at half. Scores from around the state. Still in this from NM Prep's Facebook page. Carlsbad leading Oñate 43-7. Centennial leading Mayfield 14-0. It's Cleveland up 35-0 on Cibola. Clovis 12-3 over Manzano. It was a little bit closer than I would have imagined. Escalante 12-0 over Navajo Prep. Estancia leads Newcomb 14-0. Eunice 35-0 up on Jow. Farmington 34-19 beating Field Colorado. Fort Sumner 14-0 lead over Santa Rosa. Goddard 35-0 over Santa Teresa. I was kind of curious to see what happened in that game. Santa T hasn't lost yet this year, but you just sort of wondered, could Santa T give Goddard a tough one there? And unfortunately not the case. Grant's 49-0 over Pawaka Valley. Hagerman leading Loving 14-0. It's Hobbs 23-0 up on Gadsden. A lot of shutouts so far tonight. La Cueva 21-6 beating El Dorado. Kirtland Central's got Moriarty 14-12. Logan 26-0 over Mesilla Valley. That's 8-man football. Lordsburg 8-0 over Capitan. That's probably an early score. Portales 20-7 beating Dexter. Rio Grande over Valley 14-7. Let's see here. Robertson 21-7. They're beating Raton. Roswell 7-0 leading Piedra Vista. Shiprock 21-0 over Wingate. Texaco 27-0 beating Clayton. and 35-0 Taos over Espanola Valley. Not a lot of close games out there across the state of New Mexico. So, and unfortunately, we're in that same boat here at Los Lunas. Let's hear from our Tiger Athlete of the Week. It's brought to you by the Winter Circle and Vision Ford Lincoln, Reese Cady of Tiger Football. And remember, you can find all our Tiger Athlete interviews on our ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. If you're not sure where you're listening to us at, whether it's on 103.7 FM or over online on the YouTube channel, but we have all of them available there. And also on our ESPN Alamogordo Facebook page, you can check out the picture with Reese and his plaque from this week. We'll hear from Reese, and we'll also check in on what's going on with the rest of local sports across our area on Saturday, and get you up to speed with that. So we'll hear from Reese and come back with more halftime. It's Los Lunas 30, Alamogordo nothing. Stay with us.
This is your ESPN Alamogordo Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by the Winter Circle and Vision Ford Lincoln. This week's athlete is Reese Cady of Tiger Football. So how do you feel like you've played so far this season? I know the defense has shown big improvement this year. I know I call your name a lot throughout the night. But you personally, when you assess how you play this year, how do you feel like?
Definitely a big improvement over last year. There's still some things I'd like to clean up, like my tackling. I'd like to get a little better on that, but definitely better than last year.
And overall, the defense, I mean, you guys, seems like you can play with everybody, and, with the exception of maybe one or two games in there, I mean, you guys have played really well all season. How do you feel like overall the defense has improved this season?
Oh, yeah, I'm really proud of them because most of us are seniors. We got a couple of juniors thrown in there, but so we can really gel together because we've been here for so long, and we know the system really well because we're all bought in, and it's just been amazing how well we've gelled and played defense this year.
And I think, you're a part of that group of sophomores that went through that tough season a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And even last year was a tough one to, finally start to see things start to click. What has that been like for you and the rest of the guys to, see things starting to work for you this year?
It's really encouraging. We think we could play with anyone in the state, and we're starting to prove it on defense. Offensively, we're getting there. We did pretty good last week against Chaparral, so we're getting there, and it's really encouraging to see.
Who got you started playing football?
I just started watching some college football and stuff, and then my dad told me he used to play football, so he played safety too. So it's kind of cool that I ended up just fitting in right there.
What age did you start playing?
I started in 7th grade.
Oh, okay, so you're kind of a little bit of a late bloomer and all that.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. What is it about the sport that you love? Because obviously you've stuck with it since junior high.
I love the physicalness, how you can just play as hard as you want to do, and all the strategy that goes into it. It's kind of like a chess game between offense and defense.
You are a senior this year. Excited for graduation and all that stuff coming up?
It's bittersweet. Definitely bittersweet.
Yeah. What's going to be your favorite memory of Tiger football? Is it one you're hoping to make, or one that or something overall that you're going to remember being a part of this football team?
I mean, we're shooting for playoffs, so if we get there, that'll be one really good memory. But I'm going to miss the family bond that we have during practices and games and even the workouts.
Yeah, got 4 weeks and hopefully a little bit more than that before the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
If you started thinking about after high school, what's coming up for you?
I'm still a little undecided, but we took the ASVAB today, so hopefully that kind of leans me in a direction to go from there.
Okay, very good. All right, well, big game against Los Lunas coming up on Friday night. You guys know how tough these final 4 weeks. What's been the mindset the coaches talking to you headed into this last month of the season?
Well, these are the games that we want to play. We don't want to beat some lower teams and get in the playoffs and get boat raced. We wouldn't have the schedule any other way. We want these hard teams and to prove ourselves out there.
All right, well, we'll look forward to see how it goes on Friday. And Reese, congratulations on being Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Today is the first of 4 amazing days at the Otero County Fairgrounds during the Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. The best pricing of the year and the very best sales teams in Otero County. Shop and compare today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with side-by-side comparison on all the popular makes and models. This is your opportunity to shop, compare, and save. Vision Ford Lincoln, along with the Desert Sun Auto Group, have special financing through OFCU, 2.99% APR for 60 months on approved credit, and no payments for 90 days. Row upon row of new vehicles as well as pre-owned trucks, SUVs, crossovers, sporty models, and fuel-efficient cars. Ask about special military pricing. The Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winner's Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday, the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to Los Lunas High School. It's Los Lunas, and Alamogordo nothing. And halftime festivities continuing here. I think we did a 20-minute halftime tonight, but Tiger sports, or I should say local sports for the weekend. Alamogordo girls soccer at home against Gadsden tomorrow, noon start time. It's Dig Pink Day for Alamogordo volleyball tomorrow as they host Mayfield, and matches start at 10 with varsity scheduled for noon coming up tomorrow. Alamogordo boys soccer at Gadsden. Varsity will play at noon there. Alamogordo cross country is in Las Cruces, the Mayfield meet. Mescalero Apache volleyball will go to Lordsburg tomorrow. And I believe Cloudcroft cross country is in Roswell tomorrow. So that's your setup for local sports over the weekends, and best of luck to everybody that is competing. And not much else from that standpoint. We're running it down here to the end of the season with not many more home matches left for the fall sports. We're going to be into winter sports before you know it. So if you haven't been out to girls soccer, if you haven't been out to boys soccer, to volleyball, cross country, unfortunately, already had their one home meet of the year, but same goes for football. Last home game of the year is next Friday for Alamogordo football. They're going to be on the road for the final 2 weeks of the season in district. So not a whole lot, a lot of opportunities to make that happen for the for you home fans. And same goes for, sorry, they have somebody doing a field goal kicking contest, and it was not going well. Anyway, none of us could do it. You couldn't get me to go out there, and I thought I could win a prize to try and kick a field goal. Chances are I'd probably hurt myself would be a fair guess. So yeah, we don't have too many more home matches. I think Thule Volleyball's got a pair left. Cloudcroft, I think, actually has 3 home matches left. Mescalero Apache, I think, still has 4 in their district left for volleyball. Alamo Volleyball, I think, has 3 more, including tomorrow. So get out there and support some local sports if you haven't already this season, and even if you have, we encourage you to do so again. All these kids are working hard and trying to get some stuff. So, alrighty, we'll take another break. Alamogordo is running back onto the fields. We've probably got another 3 minutes until the second half kickoff. Alamogordo will have the ball. They trail 30-0. You're listening to Tiger Football on ESPN Alamogordo.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service, it's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to Los Lunas, where the not be enough for this, but try towards next week and back at home. Maybe that's the you can get is in your place if you're out in football. I know that probably it's like me trying to find a line and get it a little bit, but I think it's true. If you can get some positives going, it might help a little bit. It's Goddard next, and then Rowell on the right, and then Artesia to finish off the season. All three of those, I think, are on highs this weekend. Roswell highs up at Vista tonight. And Goddard's at home against San Teresa. I'm talking about. I think ours is the only team with a bye into districts week. So, what do I think our team's off this week. Both teams are running their warm-ups right now. Clock about 15. So, see Los Lunas off here to begin the half of play. And like I said, I think things to play here for Alamo. Technically, it's a 4-score game. If Alamo gets 4 touchdowns and 4 2-point conversions, they'd actually be winning. So it is still a 4-score game. But if anything is going to happen in the second half, Alamogordo has got to drive down the field. And I would probably start by saying, be ready for something on this kick. I wouldn't be surprised if Los Lunas goes onside kick here. I think Los Lunas is 12 on the field right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, 3, 6. No, I'm sorry, it's 11. I can't count. Look at it. Ceiling was more than it should be. So these front 5 guys for Alamo at the 50, you got to be paying attention. Yeah, they're going to go short kick again. Fair catch called for by Aaron Cisco at the 31, and that's where Alamogordo's offense will take over. Now, I'm curious how Alamogordo attacks it. Do you try to go back to your bread and butter? Do you try to run the football, or you try to do something different here? And I think you try to just run, like, I don't necessarily say like it's 0-0, but I think you try and just go out there and run your offense like you normally would. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen Alamogordo go to that Wildcat offense that we saw with Julio in the game against Lovington. Tigers had some success there, but maybe feel like against the size of the Los Lunas front, that's not going to happen. 2 wide receivers at the far, 1 to the near, taking the snap and handing it off, and running straight ahead is Sean Hayes. Hayes bullying his way forward for some more yardage as he gets to the 38. It's going to be a 7-yard gain. Sean now with 42 yards receiving, or 2 yards rushing, I should say, on the evening. And it'll be a 2nd down and 3. Alamo will split Bedgood and Mendoza to the near side. I think that's Minez out to the top. And another handoff to Hayes. Hayes coming to the near side this time. Hayes going to turn the corner. Hayes the 45-50 up the near sideline, 40, 35, and out of bounds at the 30. I don't see any penalty flags. And the biggest play of the game for Alamogordo, all the way down to the 28-yard line. That is 34 yards on the carry. and pushing Sean a little bit closer towards 100 yards rushing on the night. And some good stuff here for Alamogordo to begin the second half. This is encouraging, I feel like. The big thing is Alamo's got to finish it off. 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the near. Tight end off to the right, and again off to Hayes, and Hayes straight ahead, and Alamo getting good push up front from the offensive line across the 25. Goes Sean down to the 23, and that's a gain of about 5. And we do have an injured Los Lunas player. The umpire standing over him right now, and now we'll see trainers from both the Alamogordo and Los Lunas side. Looked like he was moving his leg. And he's moving his arm, so that's at least a good sign. But both teams are heading towards their sideline, so maybe I think the big thing, you always like to see movement. You're always concerned when there's no movement at all, but there also could be a serious injury otherwise. But keep it here for just a second, see if he sits up, and he does sit up now, so that's good to see. That quickly to see the player. But this is really solid for Alamogordo. You start at your own 31. You're all the way down to the Los Lunas 23. It's been just rushing the football. Hayes with, 46 yards rushing on the drive. And getting up and running off the field is number 34 for Los Lunas, Juan Aragon. So he will head to his sideline and be attended to by the Los Lunas athletic trainers. And the Tigers will go 2 wide receivers out to the far side, 1 to the near. Hayes going to the right of Viescas. He takes the snap, hands it off to Sean. Sean trying to bounce it off tackle, and he'll get positive yardage, maybe just 1. And 3rd down and about 4 or 5. And a big thing for Alamo, just don't see this drive stall out. They've ran the ball well. And they finish off the drive. Bring a lead back in now, just 2 wide receivers. Lead back off to the right, running back to the left, see if they can get a little bit more push up front. And they do get some good push. Hayes straight ahead across the 20. And he's going to get the first down all the way down to the 16-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of about 6. And another first down for Alamogordo as they pick up their 3rd first down on the drive. It's 1st and 10 from the Los Lunas 16. Ball right between the half. 2 wide receivers go out to the far. They'll leave that lead back in right behind the offensive line to the left. And Hayes will shift to the right. Hayes will get the handoff. Hayes going to turn around the corner to the 10. Looking towards the far sideline. Ball actually came out. And I think it'd be enough for a first down. It is. That's an 11-yard gain. So another first down. All this with Sean Hayes and that offensive line getting the push up front. Tigers going a little bit of tempo here. They're going to, try to snap it quickly. 2 wide receivers come to the near. And the now shifts to the left. There is 3 widers actually. And handoff goes to Hayes. They'll get across the 5 and then get pulled back. They'll give him the 4-yard line. And that's a gain of about 3. And it'll be 2nd down and goal from inside the 5-yard line for Alamogordo. Ellswick, the tight end. Trips wide receivers, 2 to the far, 1 to the near. Hayes goes to the right of Viescas. And give it to number 5 again. Hayes fighting forward. Hayes just gets to the 1. Thought he fell forward in the end zone, but the far line judge says no. And it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line for Alamogordo. Now Tigers quickly line it up. And the snap and the handoff, and Hayes fighting. Did he get it? No, they're going to say just short. No gain. And it's going to be 4th and goal for Alamogordo. They're going to bring in some bigger guys now. It is literally right. I think you go under center and just try to push forward if you're Alamogordo. And no, they're just going to go Wildcat here. Hayes in the shotgun. He's going to run straight ahead, and he'll run it straight in for the touchdown. A little bit of motion there. They brought Braden Luke as a wide receiver coming across, maybe just trying to cause some hesitation there from the Los Lunas defense. But Alamogordo goes 69 yards, and all of it with Sean Hayes. I think he ran the ball on every single play on that drive. That's impressive stuff from the Alamogordo offense. Unfortunately, haven't seen enough of that tonight, but they did exactly what they needed to do to begin the second half. They take it right down the field and get it in the end zone for the touchdown, and Brett Money will come on to kick the extra point. Snap down, kick is up, and it looks to be good, and it is. So it's Alamogordo trailing Los Lunas 30-7, 8:23 to go in quarter number 3 as Alamo gets on the scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Football, ESPN Alamogordo.
Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
Money going to send this one off deep all the way back to the 5-yard line. The Los Lunas Tigers run that star boost that Alamogordo does, and here's the handoff, pushing up the near sideline 30 to the 40 to the 50 and all the way across midfield for Los Lunas. And a couple of players kind of looking around at each other, or that was Andrew Garcia who got the return for Los Lunas. So hard to tell in these numbers if it's 25 or 26 sometimes. The 5 and the 6 look way too close, but regardless, big return right off the kickoff for Los Lunas. They are going to start at the Alamogordo 49-yard line. Pretty similar play to what Alamogordo runs. Unfortunately, Alamo having a hard time defending it. Snap and Benavides. Throw in to the far side and incomplete. It went through the receiver's hands and, nearly deflected towards Brandon Luke, who is over there at the 40, but dropped right in front of him. Incomplete pass for Benavides. And a 2nd down and 10 for Los Lunas. Two wide receivers out to the far, to the near. Running back to the left of Benavides, and they will give it to him. It's Chavez. Chavez up the middle, gets spun down after a gain of about 3. Goes to the 46-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. 7:54 to go, third quarter. It's Los Lunas 30, Alamogordo 7 if you're just joining us. Alamo goes right down the field on the opening drive of the third quarter and gets their first points of the night. Ball closer to the near hash here on the 3rd and 7. They need the Alamogordo 39 for a first down. It's at the 46. Again, 4 wide receiver look. Running back to the right of Benavides. Tigers with 3 down linemen. And the snap, Benavides fakes it off one way, gives it to Gallegos. Gallegos to the 40. Gallegos will push forward to about the 36-yard line, so they faked it to the running back and then gave it to the slot wide receiver. And he gets all the way to the 36 on a 10-yard gain, does Gallegos. And a first down and 10. Make that the 37, so they'll give him 9. Ball in the near hash. Again, 4 wide receivers. Again, Tigers running that 3-2-6. Tigers might have jumped off sides. Nope, they're going to say he stayed on. Handoff goes to Ortega Meza straight up the middle. A lot of pushing and the pile moving forward for Los Lunas to about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7 for Ortega Meza. This is his 4th carry of the night. And Los Lunas now deep into Tiger territory with a 2nd and 2 from the 30. So I guess an 8-yard gain. Benavides takes the snap, and he's going to throw. Looks to the right, now looks to the left, and completes it to his receiver at the 5. He spins forward. He'll be short of the goal line, down to about the 1-yard line. And that's number 16, Josh Murphy, picks up his first grab of the night. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different receivers that have caught a ball tonight. 29-yard completion, snap, and the run by Chavez, and he's going to get the touchdown. And just like that, Los Lunas regains their 4-score advantage on a 1-yard touchdown run from Derek Chavez. Again, the swinging gate formation here from Los Lunas. They've actually ran a play out of it once tonight. They just ran a straight 2-point conversion time, and everything else has been extra point tries from Wyatt Chavez. The snap, and the kick is up. It's good. And Los Lunas back in front by 30. It's 37-7, 6:36 to go here in the third quarter, and this is Tiger football.
Today is the first of 4 amazing days at the Otero County Fairgrounds during the Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. The best pricing of the year and the very best sales teams in Otero County. Shop and compare today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with side-by-side comparison on all the popular makes and models. This is your opportunity to shop, compare, and save. Vision Ford Lincoln, along with the Desert Sun Auto Group, have special financing through OFCU, 2.99% APR for 60 months on approved credit, and no payments for 90 days. Row upon row of new vehicles as well as pre-owned trucks, SUVs, crossovers, sporty models, and fuel-efficient cars. Ask about special military pricing. The Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday.
We'll get another short kick from Los Lunas, this time the fair catch by Tyler Ellswick, and it's Alamogordo football at their own 30-yard line to begin the drive here with 6:36 to go in quarter number 3. Well, Alamo got what they needed offensively to begin the half, but unfortunately, Los Lunas' offense was to the task to take it right down the field and get it back in the end zone. Tigers going 4 wide receivers here. Didn't see much of this on the last drive. Hayes will shift to the left of Viescas, and Hayes will get the... Nope, Viescas going to keep it, pulled it out, and he runs with it. Ryan hasn't run with the football very much this year, and he's going to get some good yardage on the... on the action. He gets 8 on the rush, and it'll be 2nd down and 2. So the read option, which has not been really much of the Alamogordo offense this year. Cisco going to come in motion from right to left, and Hayes going to get the ball. Hayes trying to bounce it to the outside. Hayes cuts in between to the 50 to the 45, and Sean Hayes knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And that's going to be enough for a first down for the Tigers, down to the 42. So that's a 20-yard gain for Sean Hayes. And Alamogordo will have 1st and 10 from the Los Lunas. The Alamo offense showing some life here. Like I said, I mean, Alamo may not win this football game, but this has got to be something that they feel like they can build on heading into next week. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near, and it doesn't look like Los Lunas has brought in any of their reserves here, at least as far as I can tell. A little cut move in the backfield by Hayes, and he'll run straight upfield to the 37. Kind of stopped at when he got between tackle and guard and just cut upfield for a 5-yard gain. And I believe Sean is over 100 yards rushing again tonight. Like I said, a real good chance for him to get to 1,000 yards this season. Tigers going 2 wide receivers to the near side. 7 on the line. And the handoff goes to Hayes, and Hayes pushing straight up the middle across the 35-yard line to about the 33. It's going to be about a yard short of a first down. 4 on the carry. And the Tigers need to get a little bit less than a yard here, actually, to the
32-yard line. And we've got, I think, one of the Alamogordo players down to the ground. It's one of the offensive linemen. I don't know if that's Jackson Couch. It is. And so Couch will, now he was trying to limp off the field. Probably the coaches were saying, hey, just go to the ground here. And so he's having a hard time putting any, looks like any weight on maybe his left leg. Never tell with those limps. I always look at somebody who's limping. I'm like, wait, which one is hurt? Sorry. And certainly nothing to laugh at for Jackson there. Just me not understanding simple physics, I guess. Two wide receivers in the near, one split far out to the side on the opposite side. Hand off to Hayes, and he's going to be stuck. He's not going to get that first down. And he'll be pushed back by Los Lunas. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be no gain and a fourth down for Alamogordo. So it's still about a yard to go for Alamo. And I think Alamogordo is going to try a field goal here, a long field goal. Or at least they're going to make it look like they're going to try to kick a field goal. Yeah, this is going to be a 50-yard try. So this will be a 50-yard field goal. In practice, I saw Brett probably making it from at least in this range. Puts it up, and boy, he may get this. Oh, he just missed it. That came up about probably a yard or two short. Had it on target, but unfortunately just dropped before the crossbar. And so a 50-yard field goal misses for Brett. Good effort, though, and you can obviously tell the type of talent that he has. A little surprised that Alamogordo didn't go for it on the 4th and short, but 3:50 to go in the quarter, because that would have made it a 37-10 game. Benavides going to throw deep on first down. Good coverage, but a better throw. And racing up the far sideline and getting into the end zone for the touchdown is Garcia. 80 yards on the touchdown pass. And that was actually really good coverage from Michael Audette. Maybe mistimed his jump a little bit, but he was stride for stride with the receiver, and Benavides just dropped that in there like a dime. Credit to the quarterback and the receiver. And Audette tried to chase up the far sideline, but Garcia was able to pull away. That's kind of one of those you just shrug your shoulders and, I mean, what do you do? That was impressive. So an extra point try here for Los Lunas to try to make it a 44-7 game. Snap is up, and the kick is good. 44-7, Los Lunas leads on an 80-yard touchdown pass from Cade Benavides to Andrew Garcia. You're listening to Tiger Football on ESPN Alamogordo.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out, so cleaner Culligan water's what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Fair catch again for Alamogordo, and it'll be at the 20-yard line where Alamogordo will take over this time. (44-7). 3:39 to go here in the game. It is a running clock now, the 35-point lead for Los Lunas. Alamogordo will give the ball to Sean Hayes, and Hayes trying to bounce to the outside. Hayes cutting across the 20. Going to pick up a couple of yards. And I will say again, just a great pass from Cade Benavides. I don't know if there was a whole lot more Michael Audette could really do on that play. I thought he had good coverage, and sometimes the other team just makes a play. Running back to the left of Viescas. Hayes gets away from the first tackler and avoided losing yardage and was going to pick up a decent chunk here of about 3. Very easily could have been a loss of about 1, but he was able to break the initial tackle. 3rd down and 4 or 5 for Alamogordo with 2:50 remaining in the third. Definitely getting chilly here, but I'm not complaining. This is my kind of weather. Of course, I'm also not in the field having to get hit by other human beings, so I can just enjoy it up here in the press box. The snap and the handoff will go to Hayes, and good stretch here by the Alamogordo defense, and Hayes still running. Hayes up the far sideline. Hayes, boy, he is still playing so hard here for the Tigers. He is going to get, I think, across midfield on the play. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds at. I would also say solid work by the Tiger offensive line. That was a stretch play where he held it, Viescas held it in the gut of Hayes for a long time, and they basically ran parallel to the offensive line, but they were able to stretch out the blocks, and that's all the way to the 46-yard line for a first down for Alamogordo. 27 on the first down run. This is, I mean, for as good as the Los Lunas defense was in the first half, Alamogordo's offense has gotten, gains in chunks tonight. Just 2 wide receivers here, 7 on the line. And the handoff goes to Hayes again, who goes straight up the middle, and he's well over 20 carries, I think, on the night. I feel like this should be encouraging for Alamogordo, just to feel like, hey, we can run the football against this defense. I don't know if the Goddard defense is better next week. Well, someone's got to win against Goddard, but maybe you feel some positivity heading into that game next week. And Viescas going to throw, and a quick little turnaround. I think there was some miscommunication. It looked like Julio was running straight up the field, or he was not supposed to get out of his break so quickly. Or he should have gotten out of his break, or into his break quicker. They've got the ball, I think, in the wrong spot. It should be at the 44. And now they've moved it. They had it at the 45-5. Los Lunas side of the field here. Tigers going from left to right here in this third quarter, down 44-7. 1 wide receiver out to the far. Cisco's way in the backfield here. Actually, Minez is, and they're going to go reverse and maybe going to throw it. Minez going to throw, and he's going to complete it to Jarman Williams. Williams knocked out of bounds on the completion at the 31, and it's a nice trickeration there from Alamogordo. Emilio Minez makes the pass completion for 13 yards, and Jarman Williams makes the grab for Alamogordo. A play that we haven't seen this year, so they give it to Hayes. Hayes on the reverse tosses it back to Minez, and Minez makes a nice on-the-run throw to Jarman Williams. Couple of Tiger basketball players connecting on that play. Hayes is to the left of Viescas, and Viescas is going to roll to his left, looking to throw, and just kind of throws it up in the air. It's a jump ball, and Los Lunas picks it off. Well, I'm not sure who. Clearly something didn't work right on the play. It was a bad decision from Viescas to kind of just toss that up in the air, but maybe a missed block, maybe somebody ran a wrong route, but Ryan jumped in the air and just kind of threw it, and straight up in the air, an interception for Los Lunas, and they'll start at their own 27-yard line. It was a promising drive for Alamogordo, but a mistake there. Second pick of the night for the Los Lunas defense. Handoff goes to Gallegos coming from the slot. Gallegos turns upfield. We got a penalty flag, and probably in the area of holding, but we'll see. Haven't had many penalties here in the second half. 6 seconds left in the third quarter, and it is a hold on Los Lunas. So from the 32, they'll mark it back. And that was another solid drive for Alamogordo. Some different looks on some different plays that we haven't seen, and unfortunately just doesn't end up in points. That's going to be the end of the quarter. And Alamogordo trailing 44-7 as we head to the final frame. You're listening to Tiger Football.
Today is the first of 4 amazing days at the Otero County Fairgrounds during the Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. The best pricing of the year and the very best sales teams in Otero County. Shop and compare today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with side-by-side comparison on all the popular makes and models. This is your opportunity to shop, compare, and save. Vision Ford Lincoln, along with the Desert Sun Auto Group, have special financing through OFCU, 2.99% APR for 60 months on approved credit, and no payments for 90 days. Row upon row of new vehicles as well as pre-owned trucks, SUVs, crossovers, sporty models, and fuel-efficient cars. Ask about special military pricing. The Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday.
Sorry about that, folks. Had a little technical difficulty, and Tigers come up with a big stop in the backfield here by Reese Cady. And it's going to be for no gain. It'll bring up this fourth down should be third down, right? Yeah, fourth down 3. I don't think Los Lunas wants to punt. This is 4th and 3 from their own 34. You haven't missed much. There was an incompletion on a play that actually was in the third quarter, and then a run from Wyatt Chavez, who's in at quarterback now. Chavez will hand it off, and a great stop in the backfield. And Alamogordo is going to take it for Jack Mira. Jack Mira gets into the backfield and makes the stop for Alamogordo, and that's where their offense will take over at the 31. Does stop the clock here with 10:20 to go. So, again, you haven't missed anything. I know we were out there for a second. My apologies that we got cut off there on the broadcast. But you got back in time for Jack Mira making a nice play. Reese Cady had a good one on the play before that. And the Alamogordo offense will come back out on the field down 44-7. So, again, just trying to finish some positive here. The interception on the last drive. Missed field goal on the drive before that. But they've gotten into Los Lunas territory every time. And here's Hayes. Hayes runs straight ahead. Hayes to the 20. And I do wonder if Los Lunas has put in some reserves. I don't know. I see a lot of the stuff out there on defense for Los Lunas. So I think I'm just surprised at how much better Alamogordo has moved the football here in the second half as compared to the first. And it just made me wonder if Los Lunas had decided to rest some of their starters. The handoff, and Hayes again gets to the 16-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 7. Tigers will go 2 wide receivers and a tight end. A lead back to the left. We'll be stuck with 4 down linemen all night, and usually 6 or 7 in the box. And Hayes will get the handoff. Hayes trying to get around the corner, and that's good pursuit defense here by Los Lunas. Sean did some good work to get positive yardage. Gets 1. Fought through 1 tackler and at least avoided the loss on the play as the Tigers are trying to stretch that out east-west. 3rd and 3 for Alamogordo. Clock rolling here with 8:45 to go. We're in the fourth quarter with Alamo trailing 44-7 to Los Lunas. 2 wide receivers come out to the near side, lead back to the left. Viescas in the pistol. Now we'll see Hayes shift to his right. He hands it off to Hayes. Hayes straight up the middle. Hayes to the 5. Hayes still on his feet. Inside the 3. And doesn't get the touchdown, but does pick up the first down. 10 yards on the carry. And the Tigers line it up quickly. Viescas, Hayes again, Hayes straight ahead, Hayes fighting, Hayes into the end zone for the Alamogordo touchdown. 3-yard run, his second touchdown of the night for Sean Hayes. And Alamo able to get a little bit more positivity going on that offensive side. It's been a much, much better half on that end of things for Alamo. Still not great. I mean, you figure 2 of the 4 drives, one you turn it over, and the other one, unfortunately, tried a very long field goal. I don't know if I mentioned that when I said field goal earlier. Snap is down, kick is up, and that's good. So it's 44-14 with 8:10 remaining here in the game. And Los Lunas will get the ball back, takes the running clock off the board, and Alamo will get back out on defense. Maybe they'll try. Let's see an onside kick, a little pooch kick or something. They did that well against Lovington. That'd be cool to see. All right, let's fit in a break. We'll come right back. It's Alamo trailing 44-14.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back here to Los Lunas. And, it was a short kick for Alamogordo. Made Los Lunas have to field at the 25. Actually, the initial guy that tried to catch it over the shoulder was unable to reel it in, but Los Lunas eventually fielded it cleanly and will take over at their own 25. Fourth quarter of play. Just about 8 minutes to go in the game. And I think they're keeping with Wyatt Chavez at quarterback. They are. That's instead of Cade Benavides, and we've got, not sure what happened there. They were letting one of the Tiger players, I think he had an equipment issue, get that fixed. That's why we're in a little bit of a hold. 4 wide receivers, and Chavez is going to throw, and he completes it to his big wide receiver at the near sideline. And it's number 88, Isaiah Sanchez, making the grab. That'll be a 7-yard completion and a second down and 2 or 3. And that does stop the clock at 8 minutes to go. Chavez rolling out to his left and unable to complete it to his receiver over on the far side. And it'll bring up a third down and short here for Los Lunas with 7:54 remaining. Ball at the Los Lunas 32. They need the 35 for a first down. 4 wide receivers. Alamo sticking with that 3-down lineman, 2 linebackers, 6 DBs. The snap, and Chavez just going to run with it. Chavez, late option toss, and it's going to be enough for a first down as he shot it out to his backfield mate, who was Devin Gallegos, and Gallegos will pick up enough for a first down all the way out to the 40. So that's a gain of 8. Again, a 4 wide receiver look. Chavez takes the snap, and he'll roll to his right, looking to throw. Still looking, rolling, and now throws it down the field and overthrows. Brandon Luke was in the area, and he was looking for number 26, Donald Thomas. And second down and 10 coming up for Los Lunas. District begins for Los Lunas as well next week. They're in the Belen, Valencia Valley district here in the metro area, and they'll be the favorite there. Belen's had a tough season. So is Valencia Valley's. They play a pretty tough schedule, but I would anticipate, you would think Los Lunas will probably win out the rest of the way. 4 wide receivers. And Chavez will take it out of the shotgun, and he's just going to run straight to his right. Now, this is Gallegos, actually. Gallegos trying to stretch it out, and good pursuit there from the backside. Dakota LaSalle makes the tackle for Alamogordo. Caught up excited, and I think he actually knocked down one of his own players on that. I think afterwards, Austin LaSalle is looking over at his teammate going, hey, man, what's the deal? That's going to be a gain of about 3. He was excited. It's all right. I think that'll be Gallegos on that throw on that last place. They're just using a lot of different players here at quarterback. Trips to the left, one to the near side. And here's the snap, and Gallegos looking now. He's in pressure now. Rolling to his right, rolling to his left, throws, and it is incomplete. And the Tigers, and they got a penalty flag. We'll see what that is. I don't think it would be on Alamogordo, but let's see. It could be something in the trenches there. Now it's going to be an eligible man downfield on Los Lunas, so I would assume Alamogordo is going to decline. And we'll see if we actually see a Los Lunas punt tonight. I haven't seen one of those yet. 6:32 remaining. So yes, it will be a punt. Emilio Minus, the 25. The snap. Actually, no, this is the second punt tonight. Great kick. It's going to bounce at the 25, take a sideways bounce to the 23. And that's where the Alamogordo offense will retake the field with 6:21 remaining in the ballgame. Well, I appreciate the fight of Alamogordo here in a game that, 30-0 at half. Certainly not one that I think anybody believed we were going to see a comeback in. That opening touchdown, you get a stop or two, and you score another touchdown. You kind of believe a little bit, but this one really hasn't been in doubt for a while. It's been all Los Lunas, but the Alamogordo Tigers keep fighting. Handoff goes to Hayes. Hayes trying to get it around the right side, fighting forward, and they'll get a couple, maybe three. Not sure how many. I was trying to add up everything during the break, and I have too many things to do to get all this. We'll get it at the end of the game, but I don't know if he's carried it 30 times tonight. It's 36 times to Sean Hayes tonight. That's incredible. Cisco going to come in motion from left to right, and the handoff is going to go to Hayes. Hayes will take it straight to the middle. That's carry number 38 tonight. Hayes still fighting forward. I think he's got the first down to the 35. He really doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. That's the thing that I'm impressed with is he hasn't lost any of that oomph. That'll be 9 yards and a first down for Alamogordo. Clock rolling under 5.5 minutes remaining in the game. Trips to the top side, one to the bottom. And the running back Hayes shifts to the left of Viescas, and Viescas is going to throw here. Viescas, well, he holds on to it and gets away from the defender. And now Ryan running with it. Viescas will get popped down just shy of that first down marker. But good break of the tackle in the backfield. Looked like he was going to be sacked. He had thought about trying to throw it up the far sideline, but held on to it and gets a 9-yard gain on the carry. Second down and 1 for Alamogordo. Ball at the Alamo 44. Trips topside, one to the bottom. And Hayes directly behind Viescas, but as always will shift, and this time to his right. And Ryan's going to throw. Ryan will step into it to the far side, and he completes it. We got a penalty flag right there. It's completed to Emilio Minez. And waiting to see what the penalty flag is going to be. So it's complete to the 49. So a gain of 7. And looking towards the Alamogordo bench is the white hat, so it's on Los Lunas, but no, I'm sorry, it's on Alamogordo. Holding. Okay, no, it's holding on. Holding on Los Lunas. I don't. Why are they? Yeah, give him more yardage. Okay, so to the 46. Trips to the near side, one to the far. And to the left of Viescas goes Hayes. They're going to look back to Coach Cisco, and he's going to give him some signals. Kind of look like it's, driving a bus with a big steering wheel. That's the signal. And the handoff goes to Hayes, and Hayes gets a good head of steam here. Carries it forward to the 40, kind of awkwardly got rolled up on a little bit there. Hopefully he's okay. And I don't think so. He's limping out of that. That's going to be a 5-yard gain. And Sean's going to come out of the game. It's probably one of the few times that he's done that tonight. I think that might have been his 40th carry of the night. He just got rolled up on that right leg kind of badly. Trips to the far, one to the near. And Michael Audette's going to come in and run. And just getting looked at on the far sideline. And it's a draw play, and Audette, a little bit of dance move in the backfield, and he's going to fight forward. He's going to get the first down to the 34-yard line. Tigers get 7 on the carry. It doesn't look like they're taking Sean to the trainer's table at all. It looks like he's just, as I watch him over there, he's just jumping up and down the sideline. If I'm Alamo, I call it a night for Sean. I mean, it's a game that's done. You know, you're going to need him over these final 3 games if you want an opportunity to win them. So I would say that you keep number 5 on the sideline before the end of this one. I'm sure he wants to come back out. Taking the handoff from Viescas on the read option is going to get some really good yardage. Ryan's looked as good as he has all season long on that run option play, and he's going to get all the way to 18. That's a 15-yard gain. Took a pretty big pop, but sort of that stretch play again where he keeps it in the gut of Audette, who's running parallel to the line of scrimmage, and he pulls it out and just runs straight ahead and found a crease and gets the first down. So first down and 10 for Alamogordo at the Los Lunas 18-yard line. Audette going to switch over to the left of Viescas. Now he's going to move him to his right. Man in motion from right to left. Tigers snap it. Fake the handoff. Alamo looking to throw. Going to Ellswick in the end zone. He caught it, I think. He did. It's a touchdown for Alamo. Right at the goal line, Ellswick makes the catch with 2:28 to go. And a touchdown pass for Ryan Viescas. And Alamo continues some hard work in this one. It's going to be too little too late, but certainly a much, much better second half for Alamogordo. Now, to be fair, Los Lunas' offense didn't have their starting quarterback in. They had a lot of guys that were starters or at least played a lot. They play a lot of different players out there. So, extra point is good for money. And with 2:28 to go here in the game, it's Los Lunas 44, Alamogordo 21. We'll be right back.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Another short kick by Alamogordo, and Los Lunas is going to get a pretty good return out of this all the way across the 45 to the 46. And that's where their offense will retake the field. Now again, I think some positives for the Tigers, the Alamogordo Tigers, to come out and put up 21 points here in the second half. You know, it's not the ideal situation based on what you were hoping for out of the game, but let's continue to play hard, and that's what you're hoping for at the end of the day. Here is the handoff and the run to the right side, and some good yardage here on first down across the 45 to the 44-yard line. That's enough for a first down. That is Diego Aragon. That's a running back wearing number 60. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, but hey, first time for everything. Clock rolls with 2 minutes remaining here in the game. 2 wide receivers to the near, 2 to the far. Running back to the left. And now a man in motion right to left. They'll fake the handoff there. Throw to the near side is going to be airmailed by, and let's see. That is 19 now in at quarterback. That's Joel Hernandez. So we've seen Hernandez, we've seen Chavez, we've seen Gallegos, a lot of different guys in at quarterback here in the second half for Los Lunas, and I think that's somebody else that's in there now too. No, it is still Hernandez. 2 wide receivers to far, 2 to the near, and the snap and the delayed handoff, and running straight up the middle and getting popped right at about the line of scrimmage, maybe getting a yard. That is Kevin Munoz, number 47. And so a 1-yard gain goes to the Alamogordo 43. A minute and a half to go. And no big hurry here for Los Lunas, and Alamogordo, of course, is not doing anything crazy like calling timeouts. 2 to the near, 2 to the far. Ball at the near hash, and they'll hand it off on the jet sweep. Wide receiver pushing to the far side, cuts upfield at the 40, and boy, almost found a seam to break it. He's going to be just short of the first down. He gets to the 36-yard line. That's number 82 for Los Lunas. That is Jose Avila. He picks up 8, but again, not quite enough for a first down. 45 left. They'll also run a play here. Either pick up the first down and end the game, or a turnover on downs. I think Los Lunas is going to let the clock roll all the way down, maybe. I don't have a play clock on the field here, so I don't see the back judge counting it. Now she does. She's at 10, I believe, when she puts her hand up in the air. Now she's counting 5, 4, 3. The snap and the handoff. And straight up the middle, and boy, Jarman Williams slams the Los Lunas player. Got right about to the line to gain. Now he's going to be short, actually. And so a turnover on down. 7 seconds left. Alamo will run a play, and this one will be over. But again, I like Alamo in the second half. I think defensively they didn't have to go up against a lot of the number ones for Los Lunas after Benavides threw that 80-yard touchdown. I don't think we saw him or a few of the other guys in there, but and I would have to imagine defense was kind of the same way there, but certainly one that Alamo could have gone to the locker room down 30-0 and hung their head, and I feel like they came out and did the things that you would have wanted the team to do to continue trying. So they're gonna keep it with Viescas here, and Viescas is gonna pick up 2. And that's gonna do it. Final score is Los Lunas 44, Alamogordo 21, and Alamo will drop to 2-4 on the season. Los Lunas improves to 5-2 on the year. They can come back and wrap things up here from Los Lunas High School as they get the win 44-21 over Alamogordo.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winter Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Don't miss out on the Otero County Fairgrounds car sale starting Friday, October 11th through Monday, the 14th. Otero Federal Credit Union has teamed up with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford to offer you a huge selection. For a limited time only, take advantage of rates as low as 2.99% APR. All loans are subject to approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 800-376-9000.
Slow internet again? signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Today is the first of 4 amazing days at the Otero County Fairgrounds during the Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. The best pricing of the year and the very best sales teams in Otero County. Shop and compare today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with side-by-side comparison on all the popular makes and models. This is your opportunity to shop, compare, and save. Vision Ford Lincoln, along with the Desert Sun Auto Group, have special financing through OFCU, 2.99% APR for 60 months on approved credit, and no payments for 90 days. Row upon row of new vehicles as well as pre-owned trucks, SUVs, crossovers, sporty models, and fuel-efficient cars. Ask about special military pricing. The Fall Fairgrounds Automotive Event with Desert Sun Auto Group and Vision Ford Lincoln. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Final score is Los Lunas 44, Alamogordo 21. Los Lunas this was never in doubt for them. I know that the score maybe shows it a little bit closer than that, but I mean it should be made known that Los Lunas was in control once they probably got up 14-0, 21-0. But I do appreciate Alamogordo's effort there in the second half, and boy, you talk about effort. Sean Hayes, 39 carries, 219 yards, and 2 touchdowns tonight. That young man just he was depended on a ton in this one. Ryan Viescas threw a touchdown pass, couple of night. Tyler Ellswick had the touchdown reception for Alamogordo. I think Alamo completed 4 passes on the night. Cade Benavides played really well. Their running game was impressive. Los Lunas does a little bit of everything well. There's not, to me, there isn't one thing that really stands out more than anything else. They just really seem to be very balanced. They can run it well. They can pass it well. The defense is really solid. I'm impressed with them. Now, if you're a Tiger fan, either you get to listen to or you get to see the 4 best teams in Class 5A over the next 4 weeks. Unfortunately, they're playing the Alamogordo Tigers, but hopefully there's some positivity gained from that second half at Alamo that they can build towards next week. They're definitely going to have to eat their Wheaties when they play Goddard. Goddard lost that game to Los Lunas, and I've heard a lot of people think that Goddard's the best team in 5A. Roswell, this team, and goodness knows you should never count out Artesia. We'll see what happens over these next few weeks, but it still would appear that Alamogordo needs to pull off an upset over the next 3 or 4 weeks the next 3 weeks to find themselves in the playoffs for this season. So, by the way, as for Los Lunas, 3 touchdown runs for Derek Chavez on the night. Benavides threw 2 touchdowns. There was an Alamogordo safety, and an 11-yard touchdown run from Devin Gallegos was the scoring for Los Lunas. Alamo tried to punt out of their own end zone, had snap. That was the safety in the game. And again, Hayes with the 2 touchdown runs, and Tyler Ellswick with the touchdown reception. And I think a number of guys on the defense had some good games. Emilio Minez had an interception. Jack Mira made a really good play on a 4th down that gave Alamo the ball deep in Los Lunas territory late in the game. Another solid effort from Max Merrill from that linebacking spot. And Dakota LaSalle had a couple of nice plays in there. So there are a lot of different Alamogordo players that I thought had good efforts tonight, but unfortunately unable to come away with the win. All right, y'all, it's cold here, so I'm going to sign off for the night. We don't have any other local teams in action tonight, so for scores from around the state, I encourage you to check out either Reps on Facebook, NMOT Sports is on Facebook, New Mexico, if you look for the hashtag NMHSFB on Twitter, And I think it's New Mexico Mike that has the scores on there. They've got a bunch of that stuff available for you. But our final here from Los Lunas High School is the Los Lunas Tigers 44, the Alamogordo Tigers 21. And I hope you all have a great rest of your night. And keep it here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Thanks to our Tiger Sports sponsors. Again, thanks to Shaw's Quality Water Store for joining us here on Tiger Sports. They joined Desert Sun Auto Group, the Winner's Circle, Vision Ford Lincoln, First National Bank, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, and Otero Federal Credit Union. Thanks so much for listening.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, Southern New Mexico's sports leader, KNMZ Alamogordo.